T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yo, you know what it is? It is the Crash Out Podcast. It's your boy Incredible. Y'all share the live. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what's up. This is one of the episodes that, we all been waiting for. So without further ado, I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds. Share the live. We about to turn up. Stockton was good. Sac was good. Shout outs to the Yay area. We about to get it popping in this thing. We got my special guest, Chyna Lovelace, in the building today. So you know it's about to go down, y'all. So it's the Crash Out. Y'all vibe out. Share the live. It's going down. It's your boy Incredible. Incredible Films. Y'all know what's up, man. Crash out, ayy, pop your shit. Tell her out to the face, they ain't talking my shit. Crash out. Yeah, we spilling the tea. If you catch your ass cap it, hit them with the receipts. Crash out. Nigga, don't be scared, don't be no punk, man. Speak up and you gon' be heard. Crash out. Do your big one then, we going viral, hella views, come and get some twin. Crash out. You are now watching the Crash Out Podcast. Incredible, Aaron the Plumber, Stockton, in a real way. Hey, and shout out to my boy Aaron the Plumber, man, for real. No bullshit. My boy about to be up in this thing, man. We about to get it popping for y'all. But that's gonna be a little bit later though. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, live and direct, we have Chyna Lovelace in the building, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Chyna was good.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thank you for pulling up and thank you for keeping your word, man. Thank you for keeping your word, man. That's everything. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. A little lit for brunch, but I'm here.
Oh, what
Having
was it
time
like?
pull up.
Mimosas or something like that?
The bottle of samosas be like,
Really, really
you know,
bottomless. Really
they be
bottomless.
bottomless. They be like.
Yeah. How's your 2025 going so far?
You know what? My 2025 has been really good. I did the Daniel fast, and like some of the things I've been praying for has been like coming to pass, manifesting. So God has been doing His big one. So my 2025 has been lit so far.
Man, I've been seeing you out there doing your motherfucking thing. But for the last couple years, I've been really, really like tuning in to like people that's been like independently like doing their shit. And people that's been like really, really putting on. And you just really stood out to me. And I was like, man, if I ever do a podcast, I gotta have her on my show because I'm gonna learn a lot from that girl, man. You be doing your fucking thing, man. Salute to you for real in a real way. For
Thank you
real.
so much. I appreciate it.
For real. Hey, and you know what else though is you seem self-motivated. What motivates you to get up and get outside like that?
I mean, I'm from the Bay Area, but I grew up in Stockton. I moved to Stockton when I was 12. I'm from the South Side. So my stepdad really just kind of instilled in me like the hustle, like get your money, get your paper, like whatever you want to do, you can do it. My mom's too. So it's just like when it comes to like the media industry, it's like I feel like my name needs to be out there for like good. And if I want to go to an event, if I want to speak to somebody, like I'm just gonna do it. So it's in me. It's in me already. You know what I
It's
mean? So
in
like,
you, it ain't on you. That's what I'm talking
period.
about. I got a question though, cause like you say you grew up on Southside Stockton. That's
Mhm.
what's up. What part?
I'm from Jew Block, Julian
That's what's up.
Street, right around the corner from Sierra Vista.
Okay,
My
okay,
stepdad still
okay.
stay over there. My mama stay at Western Ranch.
Oh, you
So
Stockton, Stockton. That's what's up.
yeah.
What made you want to get into media though?
So I went to Virginia State University when I was in high school. I graduated Franklin, class of 2008.
Okay.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to work in entertainment and I wanted to work for BET. So
Mhm.
Virginia State University was on BET College Hill at the time. I was like, I want to go to Virginia State. It's lit. And they had a black college, like they had a black college fair. All of
Yeah.
Stockton Unified went to Bear Creek. Like they
Mhm.
bussed us out there and all like just these different black colleges was there. And I was like, my mom always instilled like education, you need to go to college because life is bigger than Stockton, you feel me? But I went there. It was one of the recruiters. He told me what I needed to do, and it was just like the rest was history. So I was just like, when I went to Virginia State, I was mass comm was my major. That's what my degree is in, mass communications.
Mhm.
And I focused on radio and TV, but with radio and TV, they told you like you gotta wear multiple hats. Like if you can't just be the on air personality, you
Yeah.
gotta run the reward, you gotta do the logs and all this stuff. So it just like radio instilled in me like to wear multiple hats, and that's just kind of like what's always been in me, like know everything.
Yeah. That's hella dope. You said something hella important right there. Life is bigger than Stockton. You gotta go
Yes.
outside, man. Like everybody I meet, like everybody I grew up with, everybody in the music, everybody like I've been doing music for a long time, and I always tell people you got to get outside of your bubble because it's a big ass world out there.
Yeah. For real, for real. Even like the Bay Area, like I think like me going to college and so I went to college at 17. I went to Virginia. That was my first time on a plane. Like I had been outside of California because my mom's family's from Indiana. So like we took a train when my mom was like super young. I was like maybe like 3. We
Hmm.
like took a train to Chicago. But so I've been traveling, but like going to Virginia State like really opened my eyes because California is diverse. We got blacks, whites, we got different Mexicans, we just a melting
Yeah,
pot, right?
yeah,
But like when you go on the East Coast and down south, it's just like different type of black people. You got the Africans, you got the West Indians, the Caribbeans. So it's like a big melting pot. And I feel like going to Virginia State, like going to HBCU, like it really opened my eyes to like different black people, different black culture, and it just like exposed me to like a bigger world. And it to me it's so mind-blowing to me that people don't even leave Stockton, they don't leave the Bay Area, and it's like so much life and so much worlds to see.
yeah. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna touch on that because my first time going out to the East Coast, I ended up moving to New York, and then I moved to Miami. And what I noticed about that is it was black people that I thought was like niggas, and you walk up to them
And
and
they
you
speak
start a
in Spanish.
conversation, and they speak in Spanish.
Yes. I'll never forget. I'll never forget. This is when I was still living in the Bay Area in San Leandro. I grew up on 164th before
Okay.
I moved to Stockton. I'll never forget. I was in middle school. First time I seen they was black people, but they were Afro Latinas, and I didn't know. And I'm thinking like, oh, they black people. They started speaking Spanish. My mind was blown. And that's the thing about exposure because like again, California is so diverse.
Hmm.
But when you go out of California, you're gonna meet people outside of California. They get offended if you call them Mexican because in California we think everybody Mexican, even though they're
Yeah.
not. But that's just like the culture there. But outside of California, you got people that's Afro Latina, El Salvador, like just different part of like the Hispanic, culture.
Yeah.
And they get so offended if you call them Mexican because they don't always be Mexican. But that's just the thing about like leaving home. Like you get to be exposed to so many different backgrounds, and it's just like I do like Black College Expos, like with Virginia State as an alum, like trying to recruit people for the college, and it's like leave. You can
Yeah.
get out of California. Your home is always gonna be your home. The same people that's gonna be doing the same thing is there, but you need to like elevate and grow. And it's just like your mind will expand so much by being exposed to different things.
Yes, yes. You got to be exposed to different things. Just even being in another city could just motivate you to write different, being in a different terrain, different creative space, just getting away from all that bullshit, man. It's crazy. So, are the HBCUs as dope as they look when you're not in one?
Absolutely. Let me tell you. So I'm the oldest of 4 on my mom's side.
Hmm.
And when I say there is nothing like a HBCU experience, I'm not putting extra on it. I'm not putting dubs on it. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you like it is. There's nothing like an HBCU experience. I feel like every black person deserves to have the HBCU experience because we always are the minority.
Mhm.
And when you go to that HBCU and you step foot on that campus, you are the majority. This is gonna be the only time for 4 years in your life where you are the majority. You in a place with your peers. You're safe. You're being uplifted. If I can go to my HBCU a million times, I will always choose Virginia State University. And with me being the oldest of four, my sister, she went to Howard University. She got
Yeah.
her undergraduate degree, she got her master's, and she got her doctorate degree. I have
Mm.
two younger siblings, and we were and like with me being the oldest, and then me, my other sister, we were the foundation to show you like this is what you can do. And I don't want
Yeah.
to like make it seem like everybody that come from Stockton is just we all poor and we not the best. I mean, Stockton is the hood, but I had my mom, I had my stepdad. We came from a two-family home, and
Mhm.
our family, like our parents, really made sure like we had. They try to give us their best, right?
Yeah.
But my mom always instilled education, and I feel like I can appreciate how hard my mom and my stepdad was on me growing up because this is not to throw shade at like my friends that were my high school friends, but
Yeah.
some of their parents didn't instill the same value on them. Some of them had children at a young age. Like by the time we graduated high school, they were mothers.
Yeah.
They never left Stockton. They didn't get that education or anything like that. And I'm just like, if my mom wasn't on me like how she was, I could have been very well a teenage mom in Stockton and, not growing and not seeing my full potential. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I be, hindsight is 2020, but I be like, I'm so glad my mom was on me. Cause I was the friend that was always on punishment, always getting in trouble. Like China, you can't never do nothing. I'm happy my mom was not letting me go any and everywhere because if she wouldn't have had gave me that discipline, I would have probably never went to college. I probably would have
Yeah.
been tied down with some man in Stockton with kids and not
Mhm.
going nowhere in my life. And not to say kids is a bad thing because I do want to have a family one day, but
Mhm.
I want to and be able to explore my life. So shout out to my mama.
Shout out to your mom. She did it right, and it sounds like she like pointed you in the right direction and stayed consistent with you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's important.
I feel like just like even like when I went to college, like people used to be like, oh, they would call me Callie because I'm from California, right?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
would and
Yeah. They
like one
do
of my
that.
friends, yeah, they do that. And my friend Dalla, he was like, "You rich?" I'm like, "I'm from South Stockton. I am not nobody rich." And he was like, "Why I say you rich is because if you call your family and tell them that you need something because you so far away from home, they're gonna make sure you got it." And in
Yeah.
that mindset, my mom, my stepdad, my great grandmother, like they made sure whatever I needed, they got it. So in that mindset, I was rich because everybody parents don't got it like that. Everybody family don't got it like that. So that's
Straight
what I'm
up.
saying.
That is the realest shit right there. Now, I seen you I seen you popping out with your podcast you got. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so I just launched my podcast. So my media platform is called Always Relevant TV, and my podcast and it's an extension of that. It's called Always Relevant Conversations. So
Mhm.
it's really like like it's like the personal one-on-one interview, but it's just like more like close knit. Keeping it like not too messy, just kind of focusing on like what the artists have or like whoever I'm interviewing have going on at the moment, kind of talking about like how they grew and everything like that, and just like really shining a spotlight on them.
So why you didn't want to go the messy route? Messy go crazy.
Messi go crazy, but it's also like when you are attached to mess, like it's hard to get into certain places.
Yeah.
um because mess is only gonna get you to that such a far ceiling. Like it'll be cool while it's trending, but it's like certain people just don't want to be attached to brands that are messy. And
Mhm.
then just being realistic, like I have a 9 to 5. I don't
Mhm.
have time to keep up with all of the tea that people are going on with. I want to focus on like music, fashion, and culture. And
Mm.
I feel like, if it's something that's a little messy, like, okay, I might dibble and dabble, but I'm not going to be keeping up with everybody's tea because once you start something that's kind of like started on a negative path, like, again, like every brand may not mess with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of like one hit wonders too. Because once
Hmm.
you're done doing that thing and it's boring to people, you got to come with something else. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of people burn their brands out like that. And right now, like for example, back in the days, I remember when Springer would come on, it was crazy to see people
Mhm.
fighting on TV on a talk show. Like,
Yeah.
what? Oh, triple. Internet wasn't popping like that, but if it was, that nigga would have been triple viral. Jerry Springer would have been triple viral for that. He blew up, he did his thing, and then the reality TV shows came out, and then it's, oh my God, they're fighting now. Everybody's doing it. You got to do something different with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I got hella love for my bro Aaron the plumber, cause he's
Yeah.
just it ain't staged.
Hmm.
It's not staged. I had the opportunity to film a reality show, and they had already planned which parts they were going to fight at and who was going to fight, and it was
Yeah.
organized already behind the scenes. They were just
That's crazy.
practicing on making it look natural, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
So
crazy.
how long you been podcasting for totally?
Like I said, like this is a new venture for me. I just literally started in January. But it's something I wanted to do since I graduated college 2012. Like I feel like if I would have actually just like did it in 2012, like I would be big. I would be probably a household name in 2025. But I feel like everything is in God's timing. And it's like I've had a little bit of imposter syndrome. I'm not gonna lie.
What you
Just
mean?
like imposter syndrome, just like feeling like scared to put out what I want to do, scared to feel like I'm gonna get backlash, or scared to feel like people are not gonna navigate to what I'm doing. But it's just like you have to start somewhere, and you have to just like be consistent. So this year is all about like being consistent for me, because I've had my media platform for almost 10 years, and it's just like I could be way further than what I'm at. But when you have a regular 9 to 5, and you focus on that more than your own personal passion, it kind of like take you on different paths. So this is just my year of being consistent, and it's just like my year of pouring into me, honestly. So it's
I
a
love
make
it. I
me
love it.
something.
I like the way you focus on consistency because that's big. Everybody got plans, but it is just stay on your computer or in your head if you don't put that shit out there. And the internet is big enough for everybody to get a million. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
that's that get up, get out, and go get itness right there. That's what's up. How did you link up with the Shade Room? What
Um,
made
so
you?
I so honestly, I was working with another black owned media platform from there. Like I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. We're the
Hmm.
first Black Greek sorority. So the previous media outlet I was working with, like one of my sorority sisters, she was working there. I reached out and was like, I'm interested in working with y'all. And so she kind of like through the sorority, like that communicate like that connection, she gave me the job. But I just kind of came in and like, hit the ground running and just really prove why I deserved to be there. And so when I was at the previous company I was working for, it just was like cool, but you kind of like see how things are ran, and you like, okay, like I feel like it's not a best fit for me. So one of my homegirls, she was just like, China, the Shade Room is hiring, and it was hiring like 2 times while I was working at the previous media outlet.
Hmm.
And the first time it came around, I was just like, no, I'm cool where I'm at. But the second time, I was just like, I'm gonna apply. So I applied. I had an interview, and I made it through. And so I've been with the Shade Room almost five. This will be my 5th year in September.
What do you feel is like one of the like dopest parts about being like out there like that, like creating something, dropping a story, and it drop.
Um, like how people say like if it's not on the Shade Room, they don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes, like I work with a whole team of powerful women. We're all college educated. We're all like journalists who really take craft in our work. And we do a lot of research. We don't post anything that's not factual. And if we are not 100% factual, we use like the correct terminology, like reportedly, allegedly,
Allegedly.
just to keep the company safe. But we really do a lot of research when it comes to the things that we are putting out there. And I'm not just talking about like, for example, Cash Doll said this, so we reposted her post. I'm talking about when it comes to verifying somebody passed away, or a court case or things like that. Like we really do our due diligence to make sure we're not just putting something out there that could be, false news or just bad. But a lot of people always associate the shade room with negative things, but we post positive stuff all the time. For me, as
Yeah.
an HBCU graduate, like I am always trying to highlight HBCU culture,
Hmm.
Greek life culture in a positive way. Um, but it's just like the negativity sometimes overshadows the positive. Like I could
Yeah.
post, for example, last week I posted about a 13-year-old getting accepted to Morehouse College. It
Yeah.
barely had 2,000 comments.
Right.
And but if I post something about somebody getting into it, it's gonna have 10,000 comments. So it's just like people be like, "Oh, we want to see more positive stuff," but when we do post positive stuff, y'all are not engaging with it. So I think that's just kind of like the name of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing. People want drama, but they don't want to admit that they want drama.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fine balance with that. And that shit's crazy. But so like if you could tell your younger self anything, what would you say to your younger self?
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for how far you came, for staying true to your vision and not giving up because it was a lot of times that you was like, girl, just work in HR. Get a regular job in HR that's guaranteed. But you stayed to what you were passionate about and you really made it through. So girl, I'm proud of you. You did your big
Mm,
one. You're
you
doing
did
your
your
big
big
one.
one. You doing your big one. You popping your shit. So like what's the end game for you? What's the top of the mountain for you?
Um, my dream goal, like even going into college, going into college, majoring into mass comm, I've always wanted to work for BET. And even though I have my own platform, like I still that's a dream company for me to work for, BET. So I would love to work for BET. But I want to be like a Nina Parker. Nina Parker has been on E News. She's hosted red carpets. She's had her own TV shows. So I want to be somebody like Nina Parker. She went to school in the Bay Area. I think she went to Cal State East Bay. She's a Delta. I'm an AK, but I got love for all of my D9 sisters. Um,
Is there like a rival sorority like that be competing that y'all go against and stuff like that? How does that work?
so AKs are the first and then Deltas came second. So like people always like the AKs and Delta, we have like a rivalry, but with me, I don't really see that because my actual blood sister is a Delta. Some of my
Hmm.
closest friends are as Zetas. I have a cousin that's an SG row. One of my best friends from college is a Delta. So I don't really care about the stereotypes like when it comes to like the Divine Nine. I'm just like I vibe with whoever I vibe with. I'm cool with everybody. Like I'm so easygoing. But like stereotypically, like AKs and Deltas don't get along. But people also say AKs and Deltas be best friends, which is
Yeah.
true. So I don't really feed into that. But when there's somebody I look up to, it's definitely like a Nina Parker, a Wendy Williams, but like less drama.
Yeah, Wendy, hey, Wendy did her shit. Wendy is a
Yes,
legend. I love me
she's
some Wendy.
definitely
Wendy
a
is a legend.
legend for sure.
Um, I saw you getting really active recently. Like really active. You was back to back to back to back with the interviews maybe about a week ago.
Yeah.
What were you doing? And tell us a little about that.
Yeah, so actually, it was a really big event for me and my platform. I got to cover Rolling Loud for the first time,
Hmm.
and it was very different. I feel like this is my first time covering Rolling Loud, but I also covered a festival, High Road Day in the Bay Area, like years ago. So when it came to Rolling Loud, I kind of felt a little out of place, and this is kind of like where the imposter syndrome came through. Like I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm old. I don't know who these people are, these different artists, but I still kind of powered through, use my contact clues, and like, okay, if I wasn't familiar with the artist, I go to their Instagram first, I go to their Spotify, I Google their name and see what other news pop articles pop up. But Rolling Loud was such a great opportunity. I got to interview Cash Cobain, um, Vader Dim 700, Eric
Hmm.
Bellinger, Stephen G, the boy. He formerly used to be in SOB RBE, Stunner Girl. So I got to get so much content there. and it really was a really good experience for me.
That's hella dope. All in one wop. That was like a 2 day event, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 2 days, and when I say like when you work in media and you're going to a festival, it's not fun because you're working like you're trying to like get the artist to kind of get an interview, and you just never know how it's gonna happen compared to like just going to a festival to see the artist. But it's a lot of work, but it's rewarding in the end, and it's just like I'm just trying to like grow my platform and get people to know me so that they can like people can see me like, okay, we want China to come and cover our event, we want her to be on our red carpet. And it's been paying off. Like, from after I did that event, somebody else reached out to me about an event in LA. And that's all I want. I just want to be consistent. Like, this is my year to be consistent. Sometimes I'm not gonna be posting, I may not be able to post multiple times a day on Instagram, but I want to be able to post at least, okay, once a day. You know what I mean? Just to keep
Yeah.
my page active and grow my platform. Thank you so
So
much.
yeah, so B Love said, congrats on all your success. Witness it from the start. You feel me? What is what is your what is your secret sauce to breaking down the artists' egos and getting them to engage with you?
That's a good question. I feel like, okay, so because I always rep the Bay Area and Stockton. So if it's somebody from the Bay Area, I'll be like, Bay Area. Like I kind of get them into that, like to be like, okay, we home, we from the same soil. So kind of like get them to be relaxed. And sometimes I feel like I'm not as prepared, like, oh my gosh, you don't have a question for this specific artist, but you never know who you're gonna interview when you in a situation. So I just go to that Spotify and look. So for an example, the boy, when I
Hmm.
was at the Rolling Loud in the press compound, I'm like, he looked
Yeah.
familiar. Who is this person? And I was like, okay, this the boy from
Yeah.
SOBRBE. I went on Spotify because I always look and see like what's the latest song that they dropped out,
Hmm.
and it said that he had a whole new album. So I just like, okay, who are some artists you want to work with? And he just had a whole conversation. He was like, I want to work with Lil Baby. I want to work with these street niggas. He said that he wanted to do country music. I was like, I didn't think he was gonna go that route.
Yeah.
And because I'm a fan of SOBRBE, that's Anti is one of my favorite songs. I was like, I gotta ask, are y'all
I was
ever
like,
gonna do?
anti.
Yes, I'm
Hey.
like, are y'all ever gonna do another collaboration? And he was like, we gonna be
Ooh,
on
good
some
question.
yeah, he was like, we gonna be on some type of temptation shit. We gonna collaborate when we 40. I knew that people like me, myself, because I know SOBRBE, how much of the impact they had on the Bay Area, how much people like their music. I knew people would like resonate with that.
Hmm.
And then I knew people would like care because he's doing his own thing. And then like even when I was looking him up, it said like they had SOBRBE had went to the summer jam last year in the Bay Area,
Hmm.
and they kind of like talked about having a reunion. So it's kind of like a follow up question. So I knew what people wanted to be interested in. I mean, as me as a listener, I knew what I would be interested in. So I posted it, and he slid in my DMs and was like, post it tomorrow at this time and I'll do a collaborated post. I'm like, damn, I already posted it. I'm gonna archive it, reposted it. He tagged me as a collaborator. It went fucking crazy on my Instagram. I had like 80,000 views.
Mm.
But I feel like he knew I asked the right question that would get him that buzz, and he knew that I asked a good question. So sometimes it's just like about sometimes you can never be overly prepared, but sometimes you just gotta know the wave. You gotta kind of feel it out, and then you gotta kind of go with the way the conversation is going. So I feel like I just pick up on that easily.
Yeah, I think that's hella fire, and I think that's what's gonna cut you out of the mold from everybody else because everybody else is really cookie cutter and shit. And when you
Hmm.
can just pop them off like that and just on the spot, just roll with the punches, you'll get real longevity. You'll
Thank
get real
you.
longevity. I seen on that concert, people were posting that they didn't think Stunner Girl was gonna make it,
Yeah.
but she ended up making it. Right? Did she?
Hmm.
Did she end up
So
doing
Thunder
it?
Girl was supposed to be at like 1:45.
Hmm.
And so I think she got there and she was able to perform later in the day. And so even when she came to the press compound, I've been on Thunder Girl for a minute. She went
Hmm.
the first time I found out about Thunder Girl, she had went viral on Facebook. She had did like a cover to the Too Short song. and I've been like just supporting her music, and like, you know, when you just like tag an artist and they'll respond to the DMs and repost you. So we've been locked in for a minute, and I've been trying to interview for her a minute. So like when I got to talk to her, I didn't really ask too many questions because I knew she was kind of pressed for time. So I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of was asking her like when your new album is dropping. And she had, you know, the Like That remix with JT that went crazy. And I was just like, y'all have a lot of chemistry. Y'all work together on JT project. Are y'all gonna do any type of, y'all should do like a mixtape together. So our
Mm.
interview was only like a minute long, but you know, she was like, "Girl, China, you know, you supported me. I'm glad to meet you." So it was really good to kind of just like finally meet. You know what I mean? So sometimes you're not gonna have that long, in depth interview, but you just need to ask a quick little question,
Mm-hmm.
put it out there, and that was like one of my most highest performing interviews from Rolling Loud. It got like over 1,000 views, and YouTube is
Wow.
hard to grow. So I'm just happy happy it got that.
Man, it's so hard to grow.
It's
It's
so
like
hard.
it's like crazy. Like um when I'm on StreamYard,
Mhm.
sometimes I'll go live on Instagram too. Sometimes but I always go live on all my Facebook pages and my YouTube. They're not really fucking with TikTok like that yet. TikTok is kind of stingy. But my numbers on YouTube ain't nothing like my numbers on any other platform. Like YouTube, you really gotta like, what is it about YouTube that makes it so hard? What do you think?
I don't know, but I feel like again, it's all about the consistency. And with me having my platform from almost 10 years, this is the most that I have posted consistently on my media page, YouTube, and my Instagram, and it's growing. But the collaborate, I'm noticing like a lot of people are noticing me. Like if I do a reel and I post like that artist song that's trending, and then also like if I use shorts on YouTube, so it's a little tricks to YouTube. But it's still hard because I'm
Yeah.
posting and I'm like I'm close to like the 500 subscribers that you need to get monetized, but I'm still trying to get my view times up. So it's hard.
Man, my heart was broke. I hit 1,000 subscribers and
Mhm.
still couldn't do shit with it because of my view time. I was like, why is it so hard? You gotta have what, like 1,000,000 hours or something like that? A
You
million
gotta
minutes or
have
something?
you gotta have like at least for the shorts. I think it's 1 million views on the shorts, and I think the regular channels is like thousands. It's so many thousands of watch hours, but it's hard. But then they say that YouTube like is the best monetary wise. So you know, I'm just gonna keep going because I don't know what the rest of the year is gonna look like. It's only March, but I'm just gonna continue to be consistent.
You know what? And I think you will because everything you do is consistent. And I think your mom instilled that soldier in you to where, look, I'm going to pop out. I'm going to pop my shit. I'm going to get my interview. I'm going to think of it on the spot. I'm going to just roll with the punches. And I think that's what we need in media right now. What do you think about the lifespan of journalism given people's distrusts in the media and fake news?
Oh, you asking some good questions.
I don't write them
Um,
down either. I just pop them off.
it's really disheartening that people are not trusting journalism because again like just the people that I work with, my coworkers, again, we're all college educated women. We are fact checking, but I think that that is coming from like anybody and everybody is doing interviews and they call it like hip hop journalism,
Yeah.
and these are not like people that are sourcing from real media outlets. Like for example, if say cheese say somebody died, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, say cheese is correct.
Yeah.
If they post somebody died, that person has died, right?
Yeah.
Say cheese is not a credible news outlet. They are not somebody that is considered credible, right? They're not like a TMZ, they're not an
Mhm.
AP News, they're not an ABC News or a CNN. They're not credible, right?
Mhm.
So when it comes to me looking and seeing, like, okay, say Cheese just said this person is died that has died, is trending.
Mhm.
If I don't have, if me or my coworkers don't have a direct contact to that person, we have to kind of wait until a credible news outlet can verify. And
Mhm.
this is crazy just to show how the landscape has changed in now and past. When I
Mhm.
was at Virginia State University, TMZ was not a credible source. They were not
What?
considered a credible source.
Why you think so? Were they
They
posting
weren't.
like fake deaths or
No,
like?
no. It until they were not considered a credible news source. I graduated in 2012. So when Michael Jackson passed away
Mhm.
and they reported on Michael Jackson, I think they were the first people to verify Michael Jackson passed away. That is what made TMZ credible. But
Mhm.
up until then, they were not a credible news source. So
I
that
think I
just shows
remember that
you,
era.
yeah, that just shows you how things have changed, like from 2012 to, let's say, 2005, 15, right?
Mhm.
Now, when I'm looking for something to verify somebody has passed away or something like accuracy. Okay, so like I will look at different reporters that work for different outlets, like a Megan Cuniff. People call her Megan the reporter. She
Mhm.
covered a lot of the Megan the Stallion and the Tory Lanez case, but she works for an actual news outlet, so she is a credible journalist.
Yes.
So I look at different journalists that are working for different news outlets, like the LA Times, or it might be like local small news outlets across the country. But like a CNN, an AP News, an ABC, a CBS, a MSNBC, like all of those are credible news sources. So when I am reporting something on behalf of the Shade Room, I'm looking at a credible news outlet, unless like when we're talking about death, like say like I know so Raphael Sadiq from Tony when
Yes.
she was sick,
Mhm.
Tony their page put something out. Tony is saying this directly. We can trust that this is factual because the group is saying this
Yes.
versus somebody just putting on the internet, oh, Raphael Sadiq died. I mean, not Raphael Sadiq, Lord forbid, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about Dwayne Wiggins, unless
Mhm.
somebody just put a rumor out. But you see what I'm saying? Like the thought that goes behind it,
Mhm.
because if you're a media outlet, you have that responsibility as the journalistic responsibility to cover it
Man,
accurately.
I think that's where the media fell off, and I think that with people like you in the business, it can come back alive because no one is trusting the media, even it, and it's like a weird balance because even when they see that something is true, if they don't want to believe it, they gonna call it fake news. How do
Yeah.
you, how do you get past that?
I mean, if it said if Kanye West tweeted X, Y, and Z, this is what the person tweeted. You can see that they tweeted it. If we're just regurgitating what they're posting, this is we're putting it on them. But if there's a news report that say so and so got arrested, like for example, Yella Beezy,
Mm-hmm.
he just got arrested for capital murder in Texas because he had something to do with
Mo three.
hiring hitmen for Mo3's death.
Mm-hmm.
When that news came out, again, it's Shay Cheese. The Say Cheese is not a credible news outlet. No matter how much I like them and look at they're not considered a credible news outlet. So we can't just jump and see what they're saying. We're gonna wait for more of a TMZ, CNN, and AP News
Mm-hmm.
report on it, but we can also do our due diligence. Okay, we know Yellow BZ is from Texas. We
Yeah.
know he's from Dallas. What is the county for Dallas? Let's go on the internet and look and research. Anybody can research when somebody got where somebody is being locked up at.
Yeah.
It's public information, so it's just really about doing your due diligence. Unfortunately, when somebody dies, we never are trying to be the first person to say somebody dies until we can like actually confirm it. So it's just like the journalistic integrity. Like, yes, there's hip hop journalism, because there's a lot of different people, but like I try to make sure like when I'm citing somebody, you're gonna see if it says China Lovelace,
Yeah.
CNN, multiple news
Sources have reported.
outlets, like
Yeah.
it's gonna say where it came from. Like there's one outlet that grinds my motherfucking gears, and I'll never forget. And this is how, like, they say a
Is it
lie
media takeout?
travels. No. I'm not saying no names. It's not me to take out. But I'm not gonna say any names. But
Okay.
how they say a lie travels farther than the truth. Like,
Yeah.
and this is how gullible people are because they will just believe anything on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
There was an outlet that posted about it was just a screenshot that could have been any from anywhere from anybody, and it was like Texas had the most number of STDs in a day. Again, this is a screenshot from anybody that could have been from anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And there's all these people like, oh my gosh, Texas got all these STDs. I ain't moving there. I'm like, y'all are so stupid because y'all believe in this, and this could be from anywhere. There's no credible source. There's no facts proven behind this, and it was so bad that the it was like the health department in Houston
Hmm.
had to come out and speak to the news and say that this is
What?
not real. But that's just how far
Wow.
a lie will go on the internet. It was crazy.
It's crazy. And people ain't fact checking nothing. They
They're not,
scrolling,
and they were
they see it, they
arguing
run
me.
with it.
They were arguing me down in that all this comments. I'm like, this don't even have no source, and y'all believe in this. This is crazy. And they was like, well, you must be out here having sex with so and so because I'm intelligent enough to know that this is not from a credible source. Like, don't believe everything that you read on the internet. And sometimes, like, does the shade room have NDAs with certain people not to speak on them? I cannot speak on that because I am speak on behalf of trying to live this and not the shade room. But you know,
Yeah.
don't believe everything you see if it doesn't have like at least a source. And even sometimes as a consumer, I think I had seen somebody was talking about the party cities was getting shut down, and I went and googled it just because people like to post false information just for views and clicks.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've seen that what is it, Forever 21 is shutting down
yeah.
right now. A lot of places is
Mhm.
shutting down. Amazon doing a big one, man. They
Yeah.
taking shit out. So like, what do you think? What do you think is missing in the hip hop culture in general right now?
Mm, I think just like having fun. Like it's everything is like so tense right now. Like, sometimes stuff just don't be fun. Like we just want to talk about like the fun stuff, like the girls getting in the booth, the guys getting in the booth. Like I feel like everything doesn't have to necessarily be about drama. Like let's just make it be fun.
I
Like
miss
let's just make
fun.
it be fun. Like, cause like
Yeah.
even sometimes like when I'm reporting on certain stuff, like can we make it fun? You know?
So speaking of fun, I wanted to ask you
Mhm.
this.
Yeah.
What do you think killed the motherfucking nightclub? Is it the people on their phones, the people price gouging for the sections, the egos? What do you think killed the nightclubs? Because they used to be fun. You used to go home sweating, faded, had heck of fun, got a couple numbers in that thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dancing, everybody tired. What
Yeah.
the hell killed the nightclub, China?
Um, when I was in college, and not to age myself, I don't care. I'm 34. I'm gonna be 34 in October. 35 in October. When I was in college, like we used to have fun. Like we didn't think about like recording somebody. We would get our little drink on. We would be grinding. Like we would be having a good time. And I really think that the bottle section, the whole sections is what changed the nightclubs. And I think I seen a documentary with them talking about like in Atlanta how they changed it because they wanted to be like Vegas, and Vegas had the sections in the bottles.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's what changed it. Cause when I go to parties, like you used to want to dance, like I mean,
Hell
especially
yeah.
from the Bay and like Stockton, like you would go to the party to dance. You would not go and just like be cute and uppity and look. And like
Yeah.
even being here in LA, like it's a different culture. Like people don't really dance, but if I got a little drink in me, I'm doing my one
You
two, I'm
feel
gonna do
me?
my little sneeze, I'm gonna like go dumb. But I think
Man.
it's like the bottle section. But I also feel like with me being like getting older, like I'm about to be 35, I'm gonna
Yeah.
dress for comfort. Like I'm not gonna necessarily wear heels to the function. I'm gonna have my sneakers on, but I'm gonna look cute in them, and I'm gonna do my big one. So I really feel like it's just like the culture. I feel like in the Bay Area, like and even in Stockton, like when I would go to like do like little hostings and go to like different events, like we would be a little loose, like we would turn up, like we would just have a good time. But I just feel like sometimes like it depends on what city you in. Like in LA, like it's like a status, like who you are. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
dance. I want to be cute. I'm coming to like get people to look at me like if I got a couple drinks in me, I'm gonna go dumb. If my song come on, I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna turn up. I don't care. But I think it's like the sections culture. For real. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Have you ever been to No Vacancy?
No vacancy. Is that in
in
LA?
Hollywood. Yeah, off
Mm-mm.
Hollywood Boulevard.
No, I haven't.
I used
Not
to
yet.
go there when I stayed in the Ardmore. It's hella dope. I don't know if it's still open, but if you ever go on Hollywood Boulevard, like near Playboy Liquors and the Ardmore, over in that area of Hollywood Boulevard, there's like across the street from like the Ross, like that area. What is that? That would be Hollywood and like La Brea. There's this nightclub called No Vacancy, and it looks like a old like fucking
At a
70s
hotel?
hotel. Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like
I
an
know
old
what you're talking
hotel.
about.
You walk in that motherfucker, and it looks like a Stephen King looking vampiristic dystopian hotel, right? And you're walking down the hallway, and then some lady greets you, and she presses a button, and the fucking bed that she gets off the bed, presses a button, and then the bed lifts up like
Mm-mm.
mechanically, and you go down the stairs, and there's just a fat ass bar and like this big ass nightclub down there.
When you said Stephen King, I checked out.
That shit's clean. No, that shit's hella fun. But yeah, Hollywood is status, and it's a whole bunch of people that instead of like giving you who they are and what they do, they sell you who they want you to think that they are.
Yeah. It's crazy because when I moved to LA, I already had friends from college. I had like my sorority sisters, so I didn't really have to go through that whole meet and break plans. And I don't necessarily like if I meet somebody, I'm not gonna just be like, "Girl, I work at the shade room." I don't. I don't come off that because people just want to be attached to you to like who you are or what you
Hmm.
have access to. So I just be like, yeah, I work in media. I got my
That's
own
just
media platform.
that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it because then you're gonna attract hella vampires. Like
Yeah.
they will. Man, it's bad. It's bad. So what in your journey has been your favorite place to live so far?
Um. So I went from California to Virginia, and then when I graduated Virginia, I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina in December 2013. I moved back to California in June 2015, and I'm in LA now. LA has definitely been one of my favorite places to live in just because, like, for media and what I do, like, I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
Um, I definitely like my heart, like I've been saying for years, I want to move to Texas. So I definitely like, my husband is in Dallas and he's in Texas, he's somewhere in the South. Cause I just
Hmm.
feel like California, the men here are not serious about dating and get married. And that's a whole nother conversation. But I feel like for where I'm at for my career is where I'm supposed to be. But
Yeah.
I definitely think LA is good. But I'm also like one of those people, like, I'm happy that I have a family that is very supportive. Like even when I lived in Charlotte, and when I say like I was down bad, I was interning for Charlotte Motor Speedway, their communications department, and I wasn't getting paid. I was only getting paid for events. I was on food stamps. I was working at the Gap making $8.25. Like my mom
Hmm.
really held me down. My stepdad really held me down, but because they were like, we didn't send you to college to be working at these call centers. So I used to work at Capital One. I worked at a couple call centers.
Yeah.
And my mom was just like, I want you to be in your field, like what you went to school for, what you're passionate about. And my mom has been telling me, like, you need to be on YouTube, you need to be doing this and that. And my mom has been telling me this for years. And I'm like, okay, I probably should have listened to my mom because, again, I could have been further along. But there's no better time than the present. So
Hmm.
I definitely love the South. Like the Southern hospitality, like it was a culture shock. Like even though I'm from California, born and raised, like going from Charlotte and moving back to like to California, like in Stockton, but I was living with my grandma in Oakland, working in San Francisco, seeing the homelessness. I mean, I was doing Uber and Lyft on the side and just running into people that don't speak English. That was this culture shock. And even though I'm from California, it's still like you going away from it, you kind of forget that people don't always speak English.
Hmm.
And like when I was in Charlotte, I didn't see a lot of homeless people. But
Did you
coming
ever
back to
did
it
you
was
ever
just
go by
crazy.
Audio Box Studios
Mm-mm. I'm not even familiar with that, unfortunately.
in Charlotte? It's a dope studio where hella people come to record, and like Fantasia goes, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
No. So when I was just okay, so Charlotte, I was on a different type of time. So I was
Hmm.
actually interning at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I was working at the in their communications department, but I was also trying to pursue a career in communicate in like radio.
Yeah.
So like I would go to like different. I met somebody that worked at Radio One. Her name is Coretta. She's still amazing, and she was trying to like get me a job at Radio One, but things didn't pound out. But I was still like kind of help her with different events. So I
Mm.
didn't really get to like. I mean, I got to see Charlotte, and Charlotte was lit from when I was there. But I was like, I was kind of like set on board. I was on my track. Like, okay, I'm trying to get into the back into the radio. I'm doing the stuff at the Speedway, but I'm also like when my internship was up, I was trying to get a job. And
Hmm.
it was hard for me to get a job in my field. And it's like, okay, I got this degree. I did this internship post graduation. I got experience and it's nobody would hire me. And I had to go back to I had to go back to like working at a call center at Verizon. And I fell into a depression. My mom was like, girl, come home.
Yeah.
And so I drove from Charlotte. My best friend used to live in Shreveport, Louisiana, and then I have another best friend that lived in Dallas. And my
Mm.
stepdad flew into Dallas, and we drove back to Stockton. So, yeah,
Charlotte had the nicest black people I ever seen in my life. They're so
yeah,
nice.
it's so polite. Like the whole good morning, like if they see you, how you doing, and then like again, like when again the culture shock part, like moving back to California, being working in the Bay Area, like commuting on the BART and stuff like that. I'm looking at people, you looking at me, hey, I'm used to people saying hello, how you doing? You just staring at me. Okay, I'm just gonna stare at you too.
Yeah, yeah, on everything. I want to get into some of your work. I want
Yeah.
to get into some of your work. I want to show everybody all the hard work you've been putting in because you've been outside and you've been doing your big one and you've been popping. You've been popping. So I'm gonna get into that one time.
Okay.
And, boop. What as we get into that, let me ask you this. What is your absolute favorite interview that you did so far?
Um, I would have to say Mozzie, because
Why?
he gave me such a good drop. So this was like I came down to LA. This was before I was living out here for
Hmm.
like one of the BET Awards weekends, and I got to cover like the BET experience. And it was a quick interview with Mozzie. I just asked a few questions, but he gave me like a dope ass drop. So I
Really?
really enjoyed speaking to Mozzie, and I'm trying to think who else did I really enjoy speaking with.
For
Um,
the people that don't know, let them know what a drop is.
So a drop is so my platform is always relevant TV. So when I speak with any artist, like for example, I told Mozzie like, okay, can you give me a drop? For example, can you say like shout out to always relevant TV, something along those lines, whatever you're comfortable with. And Mozzie just took it a step forward. Like he was like, hey, this Mozzie. Shout out to always relevant TV. Fuck all you irrelevant TVs. It's always relevant TV. So that's he said something along those lines, and I was like, what?
That's
Because I
lit.
kind of like let the artists do like what they want to do, but he just really took it a step further. And he was like, fuck you, irrelevant TVs. It's always relevant TV. I was like, period.
Hey, yeah, that's a hot drop. That's a hot drop. I'm
Yeah.
gonna scroll down here. Tell me what we looking at.
So you're looking at footage from Rolling Loud. So this is Vay Vanilla. She's a Detroit rapper.
Hmm.
I interviewed her, and she
Hmm.
talks about her upcoming album. She has a feature from Babyface E and Dej Low. She talks about wanting to work with Cash Doll.
Hmm.
Cash Cobain, he's on the Sexy Drill. He's from New York. Talked about the Justin Bieber co-sign,
Hmm.
and he's saying how he wants Justin Bieber on his album. I talked to Eric Bellinger about his experience performing at Rolling Loud, because they had an R&B Ain't Dead set with
Hmm.
him, Johnny Blaze, Stephen G, Aaron Lee, and Eastside K Boy.
Nice.
So a lot of the content that you're seeing on my page is a lot of the Rolling Loud content. But
Okay.
I want to make sure that if I'm not at an event, like I'm still kind of like posting like music, fashion, and culture. So this is just a behind the scenes of me talking to Stunner Girl. She told me that she has a new album coming out. She didn't want to give out any of the features, but I did ask her like if she would work with JT again, because she was on the Like That remix, and then also Stunner Girl was featured on JT's song Lemon Pepper, and they have
Mm.
really great chemistry. I'm like, do y'all have a y'all should do a tape? Like, and Stunner Girl's like, well, how you know we don't got a tape? How you know what we ain't got going on? So that's just a behind the scenes. So
Mm-hmm.
All the full interviews are in the link in my bio. You can always go on Always Relevant TV on YouTube to see the full episodes. Um, this is a clip of my podcast, Always Relevant Conversations with Sunman O2. So he's just giving some advice to the what the Bay Area artists can do to kind of like take them to the next level, and he's just talking about them championing themselves more. So I kind
Mm.
of get into a lot of different things. I try to talk about like what's kind of going on outside of like my interviews, but
Yeah.
yeah, I try to give you a little bit of everything.
Shout out to Son of Man O2. He'll be on the Crash Out podcast. I'm gonna have him on hopefully this week if I can make the time. But I was supposed to have him on a couple days ago. But he's dope. He is
Yeah,
super dope. He is super dope.
yeah.
I'm seeing that man, you was cooking though. Like you was cooking. Stop playing. What you think about what you think about their relationship? Is it real? Is it rumor?
I think that so when I was looking into seeing like what was going on with Stunner Man, I mean not Stunner Man, Stunner Girl, the
Mm-hmm.
Stunners, Stunner Girl and EBK J Bo, they had been rumored to be together for a while, but because she was there when he got out of jail
Mm-hmm.
At the Stockton County, and they were together, I think that's her man.
I think so too. I think it's real.
And
I
I would
think
love
it's
to
real.
hear how the music would sound between them two. That Stockton, that Sacramento collaboration for sure.
Yep. Hell yeah. Who's this right here getting down?
So this is
Jocelyn?
Jocelyn Hernandez. I actually went to her single release party. So those are
Jocelyn
two
crazy.
of
She go
she's
crazy.
different. She's different. I love
I
her.
love
So
Jocelyn. Yeah.
she looks amazing in person. So that's her and two of her dancers from the cabaret, Rose and Andrea. They were dancing, and Rose, unfortunately, she fell.
Ooh, right
You can
there.
see her. Yeah, you can see her falling. But she came back in, and she still continued to kill the show. And I almost didn't post it because I'm like, I don't really want to post her, but I didn't want that to outshadow the performance.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, drama sells and people were like into it because she did fall, but you know,
Yeah.
I didn't post it to be shady. I just kind of posted it to show what was going on and I let people react. I kind of kept my caption neutral.
Hey, and just because you posted it, people will twist
Mhm.
it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
look at her. She why she only posted that part, all that bullshit just to try to get their little clicks in.
Yeah, it's crazy because I posted it on my Instagram, I posted it on my TikTok, and I posted on YouTube Shorts. And unfortunately, people like to see other people in drama or not the best spotlight. But I didn't show I showed that she fell but got back up. I didn't even mention her falling. I just showed about them dancing, and people I let people come to their own conclusions. And sometimes you got to put something out there that's going to get the eyes on you, that's going to help your page grow, and that's just kind of what it is.
Dope. Now, when you do these interviews,
Mm-hmm.
um, are you always just going off the fly?
I don't know. So, I mean, it always helps when you know who the artists are. But like going back to the Rolling Loud, like there was a lot of artists I did not know who they
Yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah. You were googling and stuff.
So I mean, I'm
That's smart.
googling to see what's the newest latest article about them, or just looking at their Spotify to see what's the latest song, or just looking at their Instagram to see what they post recently. But it's always helpful when you know who the people are, so you can kind of like tailor your questions. But
Hmm.
I kind of just ask questions on the fly, honestly, or just do a generic question like, "Who are some like? How was your experience at Rolling Loud? What was the crowd like? What do you have going on next that we could support you at?" Like just kind of like generic questions.
Is this who's this Bobby V?
So that was at the it was an R&B festival last year that I covered,
Mm.
and I loved me some Bobby V out in high school, and I still love Bobby V to this day.
Do you was you there when he came to Stockton and like performed and stuff? Were
No,
you in town?
no, that's recently.
Nah, this was a while ago. He had came for Summer Splash.
Oh, that's taking it back. I remember the first time that I seen Bobby V. So I was in high school. And again, I was a big Bobby Valentino fan, and I used to be in the NAACP chapter, the Stockton Youth chapter, and every year we would go to like they would have like a conference somewhere in California, and we it would just so happen to be in Oakland, and he was there, and I'll never forget. Like I seen him, I just started busting down crying. That's how you know I was really a fan.
Who's your top three celebrity crushes?
Oh, celebrity crushes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Oh, that's a hard one. I don't even feel like I have celebrity crushes. I feel like I'm like, oh, this person is attractive. Because I feel like, is this person gonna really be with me in real life? No. Um, so I don't really have any celebrity crushes, but I would say like people that I think is attractive. I would say Michael B. Jordan for one.
That's one.
Um, uh, Joey Badass is hella fine, but I know that's Soraya man, so I guess that would be two.
That's two.
And who else do I think is fine? Um, who do I think is fine? I see. I feel like I'm at the age I don't really fangirl over nobody.
Yeah.
Um, I think Fontaine is really fine. I like a chocolate man, so I guess it might be my three.
Okay. 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 Who's the top three interviews that you haven't done that you really want to do?
Number one will be Megan Thee Stallion, and I don't know if that will ever happen, but I got my fingers crossed.
Hmm. Why
Um,
would you want to interview Megan Thee Stallion?
I remember when Megan Thee Stallion was going viral on Facebook with her Houston cipher,
Hmm.
and I just feel like it would be like a really good conversation, just from a journalistic standpoint and a little bit of a fan standpoint too. Like, we've seen her rise. We've seen heavy things that she's been through with being shot with Tory Lanez and her court case and everything, how that played out. And now she's in a new chapter. Like she's fit, she's got her whole new brand of liquor, Chicas Divertidas. She's in a business acumen. So just she's a graduate at HBCU grad from Texas Southern. So I feel
Hmm.
like it's a lot of stuff that we can uncover and talk to her about.
Yeah.
Um, so that's one.
Okay.
Ken the Man is somebody I am really trying to get into. I have like a contact with her manager, so I'm trying to get her on my podcast, but just gotta get the timing right. So that's number two. Something about Texas, like the Texas girlies have a big hold on me.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to be realistic too. So
Your
I
heart is really in Texas. That's dope.
I love Texas. I really do want to get out there. And I would say number three, just taking it back home. Like, I want to interview in EBK J-Bo. And so I was really excited.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was really excited for him to be on the lineup for Rolling Loud, but I didn't realize he was still in jail at the time.
Hmm.
And I kept asking like the people like, is the EBK J-Bo gonna be here? And they were just like, girl, we don't know. So I think like just growing up in Stockton and like high school me is like we didn't have nobody that was putting Stockton on the map. Nobody, no rapper. We had Tizzle. And I can remember like when the whole hyphy movement came down and they had the whole Thizzle dance before I knew about Mac Dre and everything like that. I'm like, is this
Hmm.
Tizzle? And they're like, girl, no, this is Mac Dre. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know. But now we have the EBK movement. We got the NBA. Well, I don't know what his name is, like
Envy now.
NBLL.
Envy
You know
now.
what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have some rappers from Stockton that are actually putting us in a good spotlight because Stockton used to be looked really down upon. Like, oh my gosh, you from Stockton? Like, y'all bankrupt. Y'all got a lot of crime.
Yeah. That was
Stockton
our
is calmed
stigma.
down. Yeah, absolutely a stigma. And I ain't never been scared to rep Sally and George Stockton. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm gonna rep both my cities
Hmm.
down. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Shout outs
yeah.
to Haiti baby. He's been
Yes,
doing this
Haiti Baby
thing.
too. Him too. I
You know what
did
I'm
get to
saying?
interview Haiti Baby a couple years ago at Hyro Day. He was really cool, but I'll always love to run it back. Um, is it okay if I answer this question from I
Go
think
ahead.
Talisha
Yeah,
Jones?
Talisha. Oh,
Yeah.
she and King Jones have a podcast. Let me go ahead and shout them out. Hey, shout outs to the Full Cup Podcast. That's a dope podcast based out of Stockton. Pull
Period.
up with your full cup. They be talking about some dope ass conversations. They got real skills on the podcast game. They've been putting it down for a long time. Stockton has a developing industry, which I'm really excited to have you on because I
Yeah.
want to start incorporating the new up and coming stars with like things that's like actually going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? We got the Full Cup podcast. We got the Black and Mickey's podcast. We got my Crash Out podcast. That's the logo for the Full Cup. For if you ever looking for it, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dope stuff. It's a lot of dope artists that's popping right now. We got Miss X right now. She's doing her thing on the female rap scale, but she be cooking niggas too. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Miss X. Shout outs to Ozzy. Shout outs to all the rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's like flourishing right now, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to like gather everybody to ride the wave now that Stockton has their eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? Like now that everybody's eyes is on Stockton.
Yeah. Cause like I said, nobody was checking for Stockton. And I feel like I said, the all the people that you named, rest in peace to Slow B, like everybody has been kind of like putting on for the 2 and 9, and it's a different. I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. I gotta know who these people are, and even if I can't relate to what they're rapping from, they still from my city, and I gotta like rep them. So I felt I was so excited to like talk to EBK J-Bo, and then I'm
Hmm.
like, dang, where he at? Like I'm looking, I'm like, I'm from 209, like, cause I rep the Bay Area, but I rep the Stockton too. I never
Yeah.
have ever act like I'm not from the Bay or I'm not from Stockton. And I remember like that whole hyphy movement when it was popping, and people be like, I'm from this Bay. Boy, you been in Stockton your whole life.
Oh,
Stop
everything,
it.
man. I remember them days, and the Bay
Crazy.
Area people would come down here and tell us that we was a cow town, and that it ain't nothing out here. Oh, y'all a cow town. It ain't nothing in Stockton. It ain't, and it was so frustrating. Like the only thing that they can like relate us to on a public scale was that bankruptcy stuff and like
Yes.
murders. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
like crazy. But then Nick and Nate Diaz went crazy on the
Yes.
fighting scene. You feel me?
So it's so crazy that you mentioned them because, like I said, I'm always going to get my hustle. When I used to do Uber and Lyft,
Mhm.
and I don't know nothing about no MMA. I don't know nothing about Nick and Nate Diaz. So I know who they are now because they represent Stockton. But
Mhm.
I had picked up one of the Diaz brothers, and it's almost past Hammer Lane, damn near almost
Yep.
going to Lodi. And I had picked one of them up, and I didn't know who that was. I'm just picking you up. You Uber, okay? I'm gonna take you to wherever you going, and they was cool. But anybody that's from the 209, I'm representing. But I want to Talisha. I did not get to interview Jocelyn at her single release party for "I Like the Way You Are." I was a little disappointed, but that just means that I get to interview her. Hopefully, fingers crossed in the future. I did get to talk to some of the people from Jocelyn's Cabaret, and it's been going up on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. So hopefully, you guys can take a look at those interviews.
Straight up. Yeah, Nick is hella cool. You was probably dropping Nick off. He's hecka chill. He's hecka cool. He's super cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever run into Jeremy Meeks, the dude who blew up off his mugshot? He was from Stockton too. He from Stockton.
Um, I think I seen him at the Kaiser one time. Yeah, I think I seen him at the Kaiser one time, and he was in there with like his ex before he married that new lady that was a billionaire. But I think I did see him in Stockton one time, but I never interviewed him or anything like that, or seen him in LA.
I see you interview. Is that too short?
Yes, that interview. I never
Where was
got
this
to
at?
release the content, so that was so when I moved back to California in 2015. I was volunteering at a TV station in Oakland called Our TV,
Hmm.
and I think I just was looking on the Eventbrite because that was during Super Bowl 50 when they had the Super Bowl in San Francisco and they had the whole Super Bowl city. I think I just happened to look on Eventbrite to see like what was some events going on. I reached out to like one of the publicists or maybe like one of the event organizers, and they was like, "Come to this, come to that," and I got to go. And I kind of I just was that was my first time like really doing interviews, and so I just went and talked to Too Short. He was really cool, so yeah,
That's dope. I don't
yeah.
know how I didn't run into you in Stockton, like, because you said that you're in your 30s And but you were in and out, and you were going to the Bay a lot, right?
Yes, I mean, so when I moved to Stockton when I was 12, I went to Hamilton for middle school, and
Mm-hmm.
then I went to Franklin for high school,
Oh,
and I
okay.
graduated in 2008. So after 2008, I went straight into college at Virginia State University. So
Yeah.
I would just come back home for like summer vacation and like winter, like right before Christmas. So
Yeah.
I kind of was like, in and out. And so, like, if I didn't really know you, I wasn't really hanging out with you. I would just kind of come home, be with my family, my friends. And I didn't move back to Stockton until 2015. And I would be like in between Stockton, the Bay Area. I lived in
Yeah.
Sacramento in like 2018, moved back to Stockton, and then I moved to LA. I've been in LA for 4 years. So I moved out here during the
Okay.
pandemic in 2020, I believe.
Location is everything. You got to stay in LA. If you do leave
Mhm.
LA, you better be going to Atlanta, China, Black
It's
Hollywood.
so funny. We
That's
were
the
just
only
talking about
option.
that at brunch today. Like, thank you, Talisha, for following. But yeah, I was just talking about that. Like, I would have to. Even though my heart is in Texas, I really want to move there.
Hmm.
It's not a media hub, so if I want to like stay in my media field, I would have to move to Atlanta,
Yes.
in the South. So it's something
Hmm.
I'm keeping on my, atmosphere.
I'm gonna let you know this right now, right? Like I'm locked in with all the like current old school and a lot of the YNs in Stockton and the like media scene and the music scene, right?
Yeah.
You are going to get so much love from your town for popping out tonight, I swear. And for
Okay.
people to just know that you are doing these type of things and you from Stockton, they about to rep you like they rep everybody else. Like it's lit. It is so lit. Oh my God. Like it is so lit. We are so proud of you. You can't
Thank you
slow
so
down for
much.
nobody. And you better not go to Texas and get some dude that don't want you in media, and you better slow down, and he ain't the one, okay?
No, no, no. I'm single. DMs is open. But no, whoever I get with, they have to like respect my degree, my career path. Like this is my career path. This is what God put in my heart. This is what I
Mhm.
put in my heart. This is what I want to do. I love the media industry. I love entertainment, journalism. So this is for me. So whoever I get with, they have to just be accepting of that because I ain't changing for nobody. Like, if my band say I'm a plumber, this is what I got in my heart. Okay, cool. Plumbers make good money. You know what I
Oh,
mean? But like,
shout out to my brodeski, Aaron the plumber. You feel me? Shout out to my brodeski, Aaron the plumber. He is gonna be popping out on the Crash Out podcast. That's my co-host. He's out of
yes.
filming right now. He's actually down south right now, filming right now. But
Mhm.
I'm gonna be on a video call with him tonight at around midnight, and I'm gonna see if he'll pop out tonight, or if he gonna be too tired, maybe tomorrow. But that's my brodeski. Stockton's been putting on. I swear, Stockton's put on.
For sure.
You, Aaron, everybody, man. We like. It's something special about this place. It like
Yeah.
develops you. It makes you strong, and then you go out in the world and just slay shit.
For
Straight up.
sure. When they were saying he was from Stockton, I'm like, is he really from Stockton? Because I ain't never seen him before. But it's just like you gotta think about the age gap and when
Yeah.
you be gone and stuff like that. Like, people be from Stockton. But I appreciate people be like, I'm from Stockton and not trying to be like they from somewhere else that they not. Because you could also be like, I'm from Oakland. Like,
That be the
I
saddest
ain't never
thing.
said I was from Oakland. I grew up in San Leandro on 164th. I've never said I was from Oakland. I never grew up in Oakland.
We love you for that, cause it
Yeah.
ain't easy. Every time I would go into Hollywood and like do my shows and shit, they would be like, "Oh, from the Bay Area, we got," and I would have to stop it and be like, "I am from Stockton. I am from the
Right.
Valley. I am from the 209. It's different." Or when you on the East Coast and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Stockton," they'd be like, oh yeah, that's my friend from LA," and you'd be like,
Yeah,
"No."
Compton. You from Compton? No, baby. I'm from Northern California, and that's why it's easy for me to say I'm from the Bay Area with certain people because
Hmm.
they're not gonna get it. But when it's like, okay, like when I said Stunner Girl, we got the Sacramento and Stockton, so I say Stockton, and I don't ever want anybody to be like, oh, she just said she's from the Bay, now she says she's from Stockton. I've always read both.
Yes.
I grew up in the Bay Area, made me. Stockton raised me.
Straight. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I want to give a shout out to Jason Lee. Jason
Yes.
Lee has been doing his big one
Oh my
ever
gosh.
since way back when. I see you was rocking right here in this interview. Tell me about that.
Hmm. Yeah, so this was at Delta College. He had dropped his book.
Mm-hmm.
God must have forgotten about me a couple years ago. And
Mm.
when I seen that he was gonna come to Delta, I just sent an email. And I sent an email. I found out who Jason Lee's people was. I was like, hey, I'm from Stockton. I'm a native. I'm gonna be here. I would love to interview him after the show. And I got it approved. I just asked him a couple questions about the book and everything like that. And then he had a book signing. I couldn't go because I was working at Enterprise at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom went and got the book for me, but he did remember like, oh, I always relevant TV. But even though I work for, the Shade Room, I'm always rooting for my hometown people, even though
Straight
that
up.
Jason Lee he runs Hollywood Unlocked, and I feel like the thing like it's one thing to say like, oh, I'm trying to run for the district for clout. He's really making a change, and how I knew he was really serious when he had talked about Sierra Vista and
Mm-hmm.
me growing up on Julian Street. Sierra Vista is right around the corner from me. My friends from high school grew up in Sierra Vista, and they have a whole thing that was like the new Vista, which was like the remodeled Vista
Yep.
looking new,
Yep.
and they
Yep.
got an old Vista. And
Mm-hmm.
when he put on his platform that they had a new Vista and an old Vista, and they have a pool there, and the new Vista people didn't want the old Vista people, and he said that he reached out to the housing authority, brought it to their attention, and made it so like it's only one Vista because it is only one
It's
Vista.
only one Vista.
It's only one Sierra Vista.
Mm-hmm.
And that let me know, okay, you really are trying to make a difference on the South Side. And that's the community I grew up in. And I
Yeah.
can remember, like, we had Ralph White, he had his house, he had his skating ring. I can remember, like, just walking up and down, like, okay, I'm going from basically Sierra Vista,
To
Spring
Nightingale.
Street, Nightingale,
Yeah.
AB's. We might go to McKinley Park. It's not a lot of stuff to go. Like, we might go to the library and, like, I just looked at his page on Instagram, and he was with like other community leaders, construction workers, and they were talking about how they're opening the pool back in McKinley Park.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing for
Oh, that
people to have
is
something to do on the
everything.
South Side. Kids to have something. The kids deserve something to do. And I can remember like, okay, I'm gonna go to Oak Park because they got a pool there.
Mm-hmm.
And Oak Park is not super far, but if I gotta get on back in my time, bus five
Bus
to
five.
go
Yep.
way to Oak Park when I could just
Mm-hmm.
walk 20, 30 minutes. It probably ain't even 30 minutes from the South Side just to get from Julian Street, Sierra Vista down to the park and everything like that. But he's really is trying to make a difference in the community. And I have not seen many community leaders except for like past Mayor Tubbs, which I went to high school. That's one of my friends. I know he really was pouring into the city of Stockton, and actually trying to do something for the youth in the city. But I
Mm-hmm.
have not seen many leaders like really trying to like make the South Side better.
Yeah.
And so
Ralph been
I
on that.
really,
I gotta
yeah.
really give you props because you just gave me a super flashback of when the buses had single digit numbers. What you know
Oh
about
my
bus
God.
5, bus 1, bus 11?
That's 80. Like it's crazy
Yeah.
because like 8th and B at Orlando's, if you got off on the 80, like I would have to walk down to, Julian Street, Scribner on Spring Street on the other side, Julian Street on this side, 9th Street, Sierra Vista. But I would get off at 5th on bus 5, get right off
Mm-hmm.
at the airport. No, what is that? 8th
Argonaut?
and 9th, whatever, and I would just walk around the corner. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on the north side, right? So I
Hmm.
would take but it was certain buses that you can take all the way I grew up on Porter, so I would have to either catch the bus right there off Swain and catch like bus 6, or I would go to the mall and catch any motherfucking bus I wanted.
Yeah. Like the
Oh
bus,
my
I
god.
mean, the bus is not above me. Like I bus, plane, train, automobile, nothing.
Mm. If you
Oh
got to
my
get there,
gosh,
you got to get there.
yes. Shout out to Charlie Chain. I will never forget during Hurricane Katrina and Ralph White went down there to New
Yep.
Orleans with a bus and got some
Yep.
people, brought them back to Stockton. And I remember it was a guy that was in Sierra Vista that was from New Orleans. So
Mhm.
yes, definitely shout out to Ralph White.
It might have been Charlie Chains cuz he's been out here for a while and he got bars. Charlie Chain got bars. He's really
I'm
talented.
not sure he because the guy that I don't remember, he was like kind of like my complexion. I feel
Hmm.
like he was a little bit older than me. I feel like he was tall, and because one of my old best friends, she used to live in Sierra Vista, so Sierra Vista is right around the corner from Julian Street. But I know that it was some people from there. Hell yeah, best five went every fucking where. It's
Every
so crazy
fucking where.
because I got a sister that's my sister is 18. She's
Hmm.
never caught the bus in her life. And I'm just like the generation is so different because like I don't even think like the buses they like the bus five used to come through the south side like what is that? Because I grew up on Julian Street, so that was like I think it was I think that's 8th Street,
A
right around the
Street.
corner. 8th Street,
Yeah.
because like Spring Street is to that side, but it's 8th Street, and then the next light is Airport. I
Hmm.
don't even think they got that light. I don't even think they got that no more. You have to go on Airport Way, and it's that red bus like that go right downtown. The bus system has completely changed,
Yeah, they got the
but when I was
hoppers and
at
shit now.
Franklin, yeah, when I was at Franklin, they gave us the bus like the 30 month the monthly pass,
Hmm.
and you caught the bus home and came back, and it's so different now.
It was only one bus going all the way out there, right? Way back in the days, like all the
So
way to
I would
Franklin.
take the five. I remember I used to take the five downtown and to get to the east side to get to Franklin. I don't remember what the bus number was. It was a different bus. But I know I used to take the bus downtown. I would go to the mall. One of my best friends, she used to live off Kelly Drive on the States. I would catch the
Hmm.
bus. I would catch
You had to
the
catch
bus
bus
was my
11.
gateway everywhere.
You had to catch bus. You had to transfer at the mall and hop on bus 11 to
Yes.
go to Kelly Drive.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Who was your favorite bus driver growing up?
I don't remember them people names. I don't remember none of them bus drivers, but I remember like going down Charterway and it was that lady with all that hair.
Oh, with the big old hair.
Big old hair. And it was crazy because my stepdad was like, that lady been having that hair and been doing that since he was like a kid.
I heard that.
But we just gonna say mental illness is
Yes,
real.
it's important. I like how because I'm in the mental health field in my 9 to 5s, and if I'm not substance abuse counseling, then I'm working with children with autism or doing some kind of counseling role. And I like the transition how culturally us as Black people, African Americans, whatever you want to call it, like we are removing and lowering the stigma of mental health.
Yeah. I think because everything goes into mental health, like just anxiety. Because when I just think about it, like you don't think about like, oh my gosh, I'm anxious. But in college, I'll be like, okay, I got this class, I got this fun, I gotta do this. And you just running around and you just making stuff happen. But you don't think about your anxious and you don't think about your mental health. Like, how am I really I'm just pushing through. I'm drained, but I'm pushing through because I know I gotta finish this class. But as you get as an adult, like mental health is real.
It's
I'm in
real.
therapy. I have my own personal therapy. I have therapy with my mom, my second and my two siblings, my two sisters,
Hmm.
because we're trying to undo like generational trauma and like
Yes.
just break those generational curses because generational curses are real.
Hmm.
But mental health is extremely real.
Mm.
Depression is real. It's just all type of stuff like with your mental health. Like I am the first person to say I'm so desensitized.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing. It's not a good feeling. But I work in a very fast paced news environment.
Hmm.
I am very single, yes.
She is
but
very single.
yeah,
Do
I'm
you think
single.
Stockton and growing up in Stockton contributed to your being desensitized on certain elements?
No, no, no. Not growing up in Stockton. It has nothing. It has to do with my fast pace. Oh, I'm froze. All right. Okay, sorry.
You bet.
Growing up in Stockton has nothing to do with me being desensitized. It has
Hmm.
everything to do with me working in the media industry.
Mm.
Because at work, somebody died, they died, we post what they were known for of their music, we post their music videos, and then we post like celebrity reactions and we move on. And that's how my brain works. Okay, they died. That's sad. Oh well. And it's not to say like, oh well, like this person didn't matter, but it's just my way my mind is wrapped around it. I'm working in a fast and paced news environment. I have to get to the
Yeah.
next story.
It is fast. It's so fast that a lot of people quit even fact checking. I remember Betty White died like heck of times over the years. You know what I'm saying? And like certain people, I seen that Bill Cosby passed away. I seen that
Yeah.
you see some crazy stuff.
Yeah. And I don't want to feel that way about somebody. Like I live here in LA. I was not affected by the Pasadena or the Palisades fires, but um it's kind of like okay, it didn't happen to me. I'm at work. I'm fine. I'm safe. But it's like you can't not think about the other people that were in affected. But because it's not something that's directly affecting me, I'm just kind of like, okay, well, it didn't affect me. I'm good. And that's
Hmm.
very fucked up to say, but because I worked in this fast-paced news environment and I'm going to the next story and the next story and the next story, I
Hmm.
don't get a chance to process that. I think
Grief, any of it.
yeah, yeah, the last thing that I got to process was when B King passed away. And that
Mm.
because I consider B King my friend. We had a personal relationship.
Hmm.
Um, Going back to say cheese, even though they're not considered a credible news outlet, I think them and some other people had posted that he had passed away on Twitter. I'm like, B King ain't passing away. Like,
Right.
what? Like, he is alive. And so
Yeah.
I text him, like, hey, you okay? And he didn't respond. Normally, if I text him, he would respond or we would voice message each other back. And I'm like, oh shit, he didn't respond. Something is happening. And so I reached out to his girlfriend. I'm like, hey, they're saying X, Y, and Z. Is B King okay? And she's like, he passed away. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Dang.
And it just made me, it made me so sad. It makes me so sad just to think about it and kind of like relive, like just processing that. And his manager, I had never met his manager, never talked to his manager. And
Yeah.
his manager she had DM'd me and she was trying to tell me like this was what's going on, but I never seen it until the time I got off work. And she was trying to tell me like he had passed
Hmm.
because he had talked so highly of me and I had talked
Hmm.
so highly of him too. And so like because this is somebody I knew personally, I had a personal connection with him, a personal relationship. That was
Yeah.
the only person's like death that I had able to like process. And I went to his celebration of life. I went to his like just his memorial because that was my friend. And I can't think of anybody other deaths, celebrity adjacent or just like in the news cycle that I've been able to process. Everything else is just like I posted it, they passed away, that's sad, I gotta move on to the next story. But because this is somebody that hit home,
Yeah.
I was like, I had to take some time away and like really like just sit with it and feel. And like I have his obituary right on my counter. I look at him every day and I'm still in disbelief. Like he was only 40. He was about to be 40 when he passed away.
Wow.
Has so much life to give and so much to live. And him suffering from a pulmonary embolism is just sucks.
I'm
You
sorry you
know?
had to go through that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just it is crazy.
Dang. I used to date the porn star Dakota Sky. And
Hmm.
she was hella cool. That was my partner, and she was gonna introduce me to Snoop like that summer and stuff, and we would just chop it up. We actually had a lot of things in common. You feel me? And like, I had got a call shortly after we had broke up, like maybe like 2 months later, that she had passed away of a drug overdose, and I was like, dang,
Sorry to
because
hear that.
I had worked hella hard to get her clean.
Yeah.
Started like helping her network and stuff when I was living out there, and she just like died. And I found out on TMZ. I was like scrolling. I was like, oh, and I had just talked to her, like making plans on going out there, the whole shit. Like, it's crazy because people are people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, but outside of that whole celebrity, like he was a whole father. He had two beautiful children. He was in a relationship. I got the chance to like build a bond with him and his girlfriend. He was a person, and like even though like and this is my thing because it's always hard to build those connections with people in the industry because of where I work at, people be trying to use you. And I like mutual we gotta
Yes.
be mutually beneficial, but because he was in the industry, like he did not act like he was in the industry. He was just a cool ass dude. And when I was in Houston, we met through the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've been listening to B King for 50 years. Like when you're in California, you know it takes a long time from any other region to get to California. I
Yes.
didn't get hip to B King until the pandemic when get that bread, get that head, then leave. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm always, when the song come up, I'm tagging him and he slid in my DMs. I'm like, I know what a club got. So we stayed in contact and I interviewed him on my platform. And then it became like, okay, I post you in the shade room. And we just became, I was like, I want to do a little song for the Greeks because, I'm AK. I went to
Yeah.
Houston and met him. And like when I went out there and met him for the weekend, for that time that I was out there, he
Mm-hmm.
rolled out the welcome mat. He had a club appearance. He invited me there. He was like, come to the club. Like it was just beautiful. It was A1 treatment. And
Mm.
he didn't have to do that. He could have been like, okay, you come and do this song, that's it. But he made me feel so welcome. He was just so fucking cool, man. Like, and it's just like for him to just, pass away at this young age. And I feel like he wasn't even at the peak of where he should have been.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about when artists pass away, unless you like a A-list super big celebrity, like of course you already got the recognition, but like if you're somebody like that's still notable, people know you, and you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to get to like that A-list level, it's like you don't reach your peak until you pass away. And it's crazy.
That's the saddest part of the industry. And
Mm,
it's like, and what's scandalous is the predatorial, like, big wigs that kind of bank on you passing away. And they don't protect you from others and they don't protect you from yourself because they look to make a financial gain off the media's explosion of your death. You know what I'm saying? Some people
yeah.
sold more dead than alive. Some
Yeah.
people, they feel is worth more dead than alive. And that's just crazy because at the end of the day, we all still people. I
Yeah.
wanna I wanna try to line this up for you if I can. For those of you that are watching right now, it's the Crash Out Podcast. It's incredible. We got China Lovelace in the building. You know what I'm saying? What I want to do is, if you watching right now, tag Jason Lee if you can. To all my Crash Outs out there watching right now, tag Jason Lee so we can try to line up an interview with China, maybe part two on your podcast. That'd be hella dope. Jason's been
That would
putting in
be.
a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Jason, if you out there, y'all tag Jason Lee. I know he's really busy, but if you see the tags, he might, come in and tune in and show my partner China some love because she got her podcast always relevant TV popping right now. And part two of the interview, let's see if we can get that popping for her. You feel me? So if y'all can do that, that'd be hella dope. Hella dope. Hella dope. Hella
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
So, okay, I want to ask you, do you have any questions for the people in Stockton? What do you've been away from a while. What do you want to ask your city?
Ooh. Um, I feel like I'm tapped into Stockton because my mama and them is still out there. But then I
Mhm.
feel like on the music side of things, I'm not necessarily tapped in, like outside of like the EBK's group and everything like that.
Mhm.
And I feel like Stockton is getting its just due. Like we're not shown in a negative light. But what question do I have for Stockton? Um, what can I do to help the next, artists, people that's in fashion or people that's moving the culture in Stockton? What can I do to give you guys a platform and help you guys out with my platform on Always Relevant TV?
That is an excellent question. That is the perfect question. And see, that's why you my sister from another mister. We think the same. You feel me? Because that's like, man, I'm 40 now, and I could have jumped out of entertainment a long time ago. But I'm like, my mission is not complete because there
Yeah.
is no outlet, no direct outlet for Stockton, and there's so much talent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Stockton, you heard it live and direct. She would like to know. China wants to know what can she do to assist in Stockton, stuff and try to put on and like try to like help her city out. So Quincy Jones said share our music.
Okay.
So
For sure.
like where Quincy, like online with other like people that you know in the industry? Maybe if you see a song that you like, put them onto it or something like that. Do you mean that? Be more specific, Q.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's other people out of like the EBKs and the NBL jails and stuff like that. So,
Yeah,
if there's somebody that's up next, like send me a DM. Like I check my DMs on Always Relevant TV. Like if you have a music video, like good quality, I wouldn't mind sharing it. Like be on the lookout for this artist. Like I won't charge anybody from Stockton because since y'all from my hometown. But
that's what's up.
just to
That's
show
love.
that light, show that light on people.
As the top videographer here in Stockton, I want to also lend you the same love. If you need anything shot, I'll come to LA free of charge. I don't care if it's behind the scenes stuff because you got to tell your story too. You need your own documentary. You're documenting yourself. You're documenting your life. And you said you made a song for your sorority.
Yes, so it's
Is it
been like
online?
2 years. Uh-huh. It's called Pretty Girl Freestyle.
We about to slap Pretty Girl Freestyle
I
real
have a
quick.
video too. It's on my YouTube, my channel Lovelace YouTube. But it's just I just wanted to make a song, a fun song for the Greeks. Just basically shouting out all like the D9 fraternities and sororities. Beat King produced it. That was my first time I met him. I went down to his house in Houston and recorded the song there. He kind of helped me tweak some things with the writing, but I wrote it for the most part myself. Kind of played into a little bit of the stereotypes, but really just wanted to just do something fun for the Greeks. Not everybody accepted that way, and that's fine. But I know my intentions with my song, but just wanted to do something fun.
Okay, okay, okay. Y'all in the comments, somebody tag Miss X. I want you to hear this artist that is like one of the dopest females coming out of Stockton, and she go crazy, and she just dropped this video. But I wanted her to be in the room. She was in the room earlier, but we was deep in the conversation. But if she could pop back in, I want to present this to you because it's fire. She got a little fire video to it, and the song is very catchy. But first, let's go ahead and see what Chyna was working with on this motherfucking Pretty Girl Freestyle. What city did you do this in?
I shot the video in Sacramento. So Omega Sci-Fi,
Hmm.
the Iota Mu chapter at Sac State. They have
Hmm.
their weekend during picnic day. It's
Hmm.
called I'm Good Weekend, and
Hmm.
all the Greeks come out for that. So we shot it there. So
So
yeah,
do
my
the
Zeta girlies, my cousin is a SG row, my sister's a Delta, one of my friends from church is a Iota. So yeah,
Has anyone ever used the term "the Greeks come out at night"?
say it again.
Has anyone ever used the term "the Greeks come out at night"?
The Greeks
The
come out
Greeks
at
come
night.
out at night. Anybody flip
Oh, like
that
the
and
freaks
like
come out.
gassed it?
No, I
See,
haven't
see, y'all
heard.
gotta start doing. See, man. But
I
look,
mean, the
here it
Greeks
go.
be we the Greeks is always out. But I mean, I get the wordplay what you're doing,
You
but
feel me? You gotta use that. You gotta go and use that. So we gonna go ahead and get it popping. Pretty Girl Freestyle.
why you
China
face so
Lovelace.
ugly?
Yeah, we outside. Where my college girls at? My HBCU girls at? The whole D9. We outside this summer. Turn me up. When you see these letters on my chest, you know just who I be. I'm that pretty girl rapping, aka I'm every man's dream. I see the alphas trying to get at me, Dukes want some too. But you know I don't text back, baby. I can't even talk to you. I'm on the other side of 1911. I gotta give me a cue. But hold up, wait a minute, the Sigma's looking good too. So many men wanna talk to me, I don't know who to choose. Can't forget about the IOTAs, but y'all know where it's at. If you ever see me with K's,
Ooh.
Deltas, Zetas, and them SG rolls, you better hold on your man when we act up, he gon' get chose. Don't be mad when you see our letters on our chest and we be strolling through the party and y'all gotta stop. Don't try to break our line. Turn me up.
Why your face so ugly?
Hey.
And that's on 1908.
Stop playing. Stop playing.
Why you
That's the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, 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 okay. Hey, stop playing. Okay, you did your big one on that one. You was really rapping with some attitude in that motherfucker too.
if I'm gonna come correct, I gotta say it with my chest. Ain't
You got a
nothing
good rap
secret about
voice.
me. My rap voice.
Mm-hmm.
Some people was like I sound a little country, but I think it's because I mean when you move to different states, you kind of pick up that little bit of their twang. So when I
Mm-hmm.
was in Virginia and I came back, my brother was like, "Oh, you sound country." I'm like, "Okay." And then I moved to North Carolina, so some of the stuff I say do sound a little country. I got that little twang to it, but yeah. So I did that song, and then I have a song called "Out of State" featuring Narissa. She's a rapper and singer from LA. So those are my two songs I dropped. Both of them were produced by B King. I just wanted to do something just because I wanted to throw my hand at it. But it costs
Yeah.
a lot of money to be an artist, so it's not something on the top of my list.
It is an investment for real. A lot of people don't understand that. And it takes like bread to get to shows. It takes bread to buy your video. It takes bread to get your beat, to get your studio time. It takes hella bread. And it's like, I ain't, man, you got to pour into it for like years before you really start getting motion sometimes. And then people be like, why you didn't blow up if you rap? And why you blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's a whole ass investment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I don't have the money and I don't have the patience to put into it because you could be working for 15 years until you get that one song. And I just don't, I never wanted to be the next Cardi B or the next Megan Thee Stallion. I literally wanted to do my one song for the Greek. And I told myself I was going to go viral. I went
Hmm.
viral and I got in a lot of, it was a lot of stuff that went behind the scenes with it. But I
Did you
got to do what I wanted
Did
to
you get a
do.
lot
And
of
then
smoke from that? Cause you was like
I got a lot of
popping
smoke.
your big one. You was
I
talking your
got
big
a
one.
lot of smoke from that, and it was unnecessary smoke, and some of it was, granted. But I learned a lesson, and I'm like, if I'm gonna do something mentioning AK, I gotta get the right approval. Will I
Nice.
ever do another Greek song? Absolutely not. Hell no. Hell no.
Why not?
Will not ever do another Greek song. But I have some beats from Beat King. If I do want to play around with something, I can. But probably just I don't see myself doing anything with it.
Shout out to you for stepping into the music scene. And you really like made a song about something that you felt passionate about. And that's
Mhm.
important, making music that you feel passionate about. Speaking of, this is Miss X. Boom. Miss X, this is
Hey, Miss
China.
X.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
All right. I see you over there popping off. Nice to meet
It's a
you.
little bit nice to meet you too.
Hey, you gave it to him. That's what you're supposed to do. I like the energy and the swag. Like you didn't appear to be like scared or anything like that. To you was ready for him. Like you was like in action.
Right.
I
I ain't
like
never
that.
scared. I feel like when you want to
I
rap
like
or do anything with music, you gotta be like, you can't be timid because if you be timid, then the people ain't gonna really take you seriously.
I was like that when I was younger because you know, I heard you talking to him and you were talking about having like the support system and your family and stuff like that. And like some of us girls in music didn't have that. So, it's like you're going out there like Diamond, like on the Players Club, but take
Yes.
a couple drinks, like, But when you have your family backing you or you have a strong support system, then I noticed that those girls, they pop out real hard
Yeah.
and but so I that's the energy I got. Like everything you said, you was that's what you gave in that. So I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And I always wanted to go to college, and I enjoy movies and videos about college. So to see like a black girl going to college, and then to see y'all be popping shit with the sororities, I was like, I want to. I seen that on a different world,
Yeah.
growing up. So I always thought that was cool, but couldn't always afford to go to college around here.
So Miss
Yeah, it's
X,
it's never too late. I mean, believe it or not, they do have like they got some California state universities, like they got Stanislaus in Stockton. And they're like I think like that's the thing about like the sororities and the fraternities like in the Central Valley. Like I didn't grow up knowing about it. That's not something that was like instilled with me, like compared to like people that's from the South, like their grandmama, their grandfather, like they got a whole lineage. There are sororities and fraternities in Stockton, and I just think like sometimes they just don't know how to make their presence known. But it's never too late. Like
I'm
I
going to
didn't join.
culinary school. I
Oh,
like
girl,
I,
okay, look,
because
well, yes,
I would as I got older, I'm glad that I probably didn't go to college because now I know exactly what I want to do, and I want to go
yes,
to culinary school, and
that's
then I want to go to
amazing.
school to learn how to do some mixing and mastering. But
Hmm.
time will
And we
tell.
need more. We need more different food options in Stockton. In the
Yeah, for
209
sure.
period, we need to support our black owned businesses, but it's never too late to go get your education. So that's amazing.
Thank
Clock
you. I
it, clock
liked it. You
it.
did good. You popped your shit like he said.
So,
Thank
X, do you have any
you.
questions for her, being a fellow female in the entertainment industry?
Um, I don't really know what to ask. I'm a little older, so you know, I'm not really what the industry when it comes to music is like looking for. I just have to show them that what I have is worth listening. So
Yeah.
I would like to hear your honest opinion on how the industry looks at artists that are older, like female artists, because male artists don't have like a lot of problems popping out.
Yeah. I feel like they do judge like if you're older, especially like when you become a woman. But I feel like if you look young, then they're not gonna say nothing. But I feel like let your music speak for itself. If you got the bars, if your music is popping, if it sounds good, if it's something that grabs your ear, like let your music speak for itself. But unfortunately, like there is like that ageism and that sexism in any industry, but
That glass
let your
ceiling.
music, yeah, like let your music speak for yourself. Cause I'm like, it be people out here like still in their 30s and their 40s, they rapping, they still going hard. Like,
The
okay, I'm
Nickies and
older. Yeah.
it's like, but I hear them like Nicki Minaj. Like she's absolutely gorgeous and her music is fly and she still resonates with time, but they call her grandma and she has
Mhm.
a little baby. So
Yeah.
it's like, she gave up a lot at an early age to pursue her music, and now that she's older, like Ashanti and them, like, but
Mhm.
R&B singers don't have that problem. Rappers is like right here, this is where you at. And it's just sad because a lot of them are absolute, they're not even that old and they're absolutely gorgeous. It's just,
Yeah,
I
with
wish.
rappers, it goes YN, Big Bruh, Unk, and then old head.
Yeah. But I feel like we're in a different time because it's like when we were older, like when we were younger, we thought 30 was old.
Yeah.
Now, like we in our 30s is not old. 40s, peak 50s is not even old. It's still fairly young. And I think like if you just come out and own whatever you do, like ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. As long as your music is good quality, you putting out like good quality visuals, like what can they say? You know what I mean? Because Megan Thee Stallion, I'm pretty sure she gonna be rapping till she 50,
Facts.
past 50.
Yeah.
Little
Facts.
Kim, I don't know how old Little Kim is, but she look good. She's still out there doing it.
Good
Like
point, Kim.
there's no Mary J.
Megan takes
Blige
good
still
care of
doing it.
herself too.
50
She looks
Cent still on
good.
tour. Like these people, like it just has they have a different age demographic they're looking for. When 50 Cent and Ja Rule and Ashanti they go on tour, they just going towards an older crowd. It's the old school festival. You're not
Yeah.
gonna be out
Yeah.
there catering to the 18 and 25 year olds. You're gonna be catering to a mature audience, and that's nothing. Like we all grow, we all get older. Okay, well,
Amen.
if Little Kim is 62, she still look good for 62. She out there still
She
rocking.
sure do.
She got
Yeah.
her mobility. She ain't out there down bad. She still got her voice. She still look good. She still sound good. She still rocking it. So I feel like we at a time where we don't have to put a limit on stuff.
If it's fire, it's fire. I told somebody today, nigga, if you cooking some good ass burgers, nigga, good ass burgers is good 10 years from now. Give a
Period.
fuck. It's gonna be good 20 years from now. Good is good. If it's fire, drop that shit. But don't be
Yeah.
afraid because if you're only dropping to 100 people, you gonna get 10 likes. You gonna get 7 likes. You gonna get 5 likes. If you drop into 1,000 people, it increases. You drop to 100,000, it increases. The goal is to drop to where 1 million people see it. So at least fucking 100,000 people can fucking love it. And if everybody buy $1, you just made $100,000 off your talent and built your own target market.
Yeah, and then you have to always expect for like the people that you gonna get the most support from is gonna be strangers. I
Yes.
don't know
Oh my
why that
God, preach.
is. I don't know
Preach.
why that is. And I'm like, I have like 60,000, 70,000 followers on my personal Instagram.
Hmm.
And
That's
my
what's
and
up.
my media page, I'm trying to grow it. I'm at like 1,200 followers.
I seen your
And
numbers
it's
going
just
up though.
yeah, the more consistent that I am, the more that I post, like the more the numbers are going up. But it's always gonna be strangers that seem to support first. I'm sharing it with my sorority sisters. Like, can y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel? Like, what y'all doing? I'm seeing the comments. I ain't seeing this subscribes. Like, what y'all doing? But I always expect for
Yeah.
strangers to support first. I don't know why that is, but
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of love from strangers, and it throws me because you see your people, and they show you love, but then when a stranger hits you up, it's like, you're that girl that does that. And I'm
mhm.
like, wow, I'd be scared to tell them like my age or anything else about me, because I just be so happy and so honored that they even recognize me at the
Yeah.
store. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to ruin the fantasy for them. It's so
Yeah, it's
sweet.
like sometimes it's like your own people, they get so used to seeing you that you devalue to them. But then in a way as an artist, I feel like we devalue ourselves being seen all the time with no mystique. You gotta have a little bit of mystique. You know what I'm saying? If niggas see you at Walmart every day, they're gonna be like, oh, that's the nigga at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna devalue it. But it's sad. Like for myself, I've been the dopest fucking when it comes to lyrical shit, I've been the dopest lyricist forever. And anybody in Stockton will tell you, oh, that nigga incredible got the bars. But
Yeah.
I know everybody. So it's like there is no mystique. There is no it's just like, oh yeah, why you ain't famous? I'm like, nigga, when was the last song that you shared? When was the
I hate
last thing
that
that you bought?
question because it's like you could do so much more to make me famous. You know me, you believe in me, but you tell me in my inbox and you tell me at Food for Less, but then you won't get on your page and share my music and then want to question me of like my integrity about how far I made it in music. You've been following my career and you won't tell anybody for like 10, 15 years. Like you could have been a pivotal role in that.
Right.
But they like a lot of people like to support you in private because supporting you in public makes you look like on a local level. They use
Hmm.
the word dick riding and all kind of stuff like that, for lack of better words. But
Yeah.
like really, it's just genuine support. If you like something, you like something.
And I
Right.
like this right here. This is Come to My Lair from Miss X. I be cooking, y'all. Hey, this is
Come
Come
on,
to
Miss
My Lair
X.
from Miss X. This is some of her recent work. I feel like this is some of her best, most catchiest work, from the visuals to the lyrics to everything. Let me introduce you to Miss X. This is I call her 50-50 because we like half and half right here on this skill shit, but she did her big one right here. Check out Miss X. This is 50-50. I mean, Come to My Lair. Let's get it.
Come to my lair. Yeah, come to me. When you come, we can come. You can come pull my hair. You can come make it like a snare. You can come if you dare. If you come to my house, we can come on the couch or the floor or a chair. Boy, I never been scared. I get down on my knees, but it ain't for a prayer. I can come by myself or I'll bring in some help. We can come as a pair. Yeah, I'm cool in the streets. He ain't know I'm a freak. He took me for a square. Talk about what he gon' do to me. Had the nigga eating on fruit and charcuterie. Now the nigga never wanna leave. He wanna move with me. Wanna make a movie full of nudity. No, it ain't fair. Yeah, cause I ate on that dick like I ain't need no air. His bitches is sick, they can't find him nowhere. They sending him pics, but he don't even care. He came to my lair, that was all that she wrote. I gave him that wet, now he gon' need a boat. He gave me some kids, but they all in my throat. That's why I got the keys, but I don't get the note. Yeah, I know you see the nigga creeping to my motherfucking lair. When he came in, I came damn near pulled off my hair. Yeah, not give a fuck if the neighbors don't care. Yeah, when you come, we can come. You can come pull my hair. You can come make it like a snare. You can come if you dare.
Yeah, look
If
at
you
you. Put me on blast.
Okay. What do you think about that, China?
I wasn't expecting it. I feel like it's kind of giving like it's alternative rap a little bit. It wasn't giving like just like it's not that I don't want to sound derogatory and put anybody in a box, but it's not like that. Like it didn't sound like pussy rap because like you know
Pussy,
how they
pussy,
always
pussy,
try
give
to
me money, break a nigga, broke a
yeah
band on
they
your
always
nigga,
try to
broke a
like
yeah.
put female rappers in that, but it's like there's different type of black people, and it kind of gave like the alternative rap. But I was just like, I wasn't when it came on, I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, oh, this is a little different. It's giving alternative, but it was
Thank
still
you.
something I could vibe with.
Thank
And when
you.
I looked at it, I'm like, I can't tell what age Miss X is. Like it gave mature, and it gave super young, but it didn't give like super old. Like you can't
Thank
really
you.
tell what her age is, and you're not supposed to know a woman age anyway. But I liked it. I was like, okay, come to my
Thank
land,
you.
like period.
Thank you.
It just it gave different.
I,
I liked
I
it.
do want to be like putting on for the mature women because they really try to throw us in the grave after a certain age. And I really just
Mhm.
know what that feels like to want to feel beautiful, but then people tell you, this, that. But we see mature women every day and they're absolutely gorgeous. You, especially
Mhm.
black women, that black don't crack. So,
Mhm.
a lot of
And they
people like
don't.
I could get away with a lot of things that I choose not to get away with.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a banger. Thank you for listening to that,
Yeah.
China. Straight up, I think I feel
Yeah.
like that's a straight banger. I think that's something you can play anytime, any little party. It ain't
Mhm.
gonna slow no moves down. Motherfuckers gonna be
No,
actually
not at all. It's gonna
surprised
pass
that.
up. Come to my
Yeah,
lair. Like, what's up? What you pulling up or what? Come to my
hey,
lair.
okay, stop
And no all
playing.
streaming platforms. Like, are you on Spotify, Apple Music?
Yes, but that song is new. I just
Okay.
barely put that out. Just to, like older women do, just to see if I still had it a little bit.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna check you out for sure.
thank you,
Welcome. I liked
Dope,
it.
dope,
thank
dope.
you,
So
Fred.
yeah, you're welcome. So this no, thank you for the dope ass music, and thank you for keeping it 1,000, China. We're gonna wrap it up soon. This is the part of the show where we have people come in and ask questions. I have Charlie Chains in the building. Charlie, what's good?
Charlie Chains, what's
What's
up?
down, baby? What's down? What's down? Hey, man, look, this
What's
is Crash
that,
Out
babe?
Podcast.
Goodbye, baby.
What's vibe? Big old vibe. What's down? What's down?
What's up,
Miss
Chuck?
Big Cool.
What's up,
Hey, look,
Chucky?
it's good, baby. Look, let's have some fun now. You hear me? We gotta have some fun on the podcast. I want, cause there's men up in the chat for Miss China. You hear me? Fella, put the balloons up. We about to do a balloon pop
Oh
channel for
my
Miss China. Hey, I want to see red balloons. Put the red balloon. Hey, fellas, if y'all in the chat, put the red balloons up. I'm about to ask her questions. If y'all don't like it, then pin the balloon. You hear me? We popping that. Put the pin
That's
by the
fire.
balloon. You
Not the
hear me?
problem.
We doing it
So
live.
silly.
Okay,
Is you
I'm with
okay
it.
with?
Come on
Are you
with it.
comfortable with that, China?
You,
That's okay. I'm here. I'm
all
here. I'm
right.
All
here.
right, let's get it,
That's
Charlie.
what I'm talking
I'm with the
about.
smoke.
Man, we crashing out. Man, this is a crash out podcast, and I'm one of
You
the ones
ready?
when who
You
helped
always
started
start
this.
some bullshit,
I
Charlie.
Charlie, my
got
favorite
to,
crash
man. I
out.
got to.
Charlie's
I
my
got
favorite
to.
crash
I'm
out,
over here
man.
crashing out, man. Y'all been. I love that she went to college. I like y'all whole conversation with y'all had and everything you pulled out of her and Craig. But now it's
Thank you,
time to
brother.
have some fucking fun. It's time to have some fucking fun now.
Oh
All right,
Jesus.
you ready, baby? Hey, do you see balloons in the chat? Cause I can't
Let
see
me
no
see. Let
balloons,
me
fellas.
see.
Put balloons. See if y'all see balloons. I want to see red balloons, fellas. To all the niggas in the chat,
All the
red
niggas in the
Let me
balloons.
go to
chat,
the chat.
let's get some red balloons popping real quick. Let's go ahead and see what's up. Let's go ahead
I
and get
want
this
to see
shit
who all
popping.
playing. You hear me? But I have some questions for her, and we're gonna see if we're gonna pop these fucking balloons. Now, Miss China,
Okay.
we understand you're a college girl. You're doing your thing. What you think about? Well, you still in college or no?
No, I graduated in 2012.
2002. Yes, honey,
Been
you got
on
that
that.
degree and all that. My daughter go to San Jose State. I just watched her run at Sacramento. at Sac State yesterday. I barely get to see her run, so whenever I get to see, I watched her run her whole life, but she be
Okay.
traveling and she go places I can't go. So it's good to when she's in the city and I can see her run. We want to know what you think about 50-50 relationships. Cause it's a big old thing
Mm.
about 50-50.
I'm so sick
You
of
know what
this
I'm saying?
conversation. I ain't gonna
Oh,
hold you.
Come on,
girl.
I'm
let's
so sick of
go,
this.
let's go, Miss China.
So
Talk about it.
ideally, I would like a man that is a provider where I do not have to go 50-50, where my man can pay for the rent and I could pay for like the utilities, the Wi-Fi, things like that. But I am a realist in California.
It's a little
Majority of
different.
the time we don't have it like that. It may be where I am the breadwinner, where I make more money than my man, and I may have to I may make more than you, and that just may be what it is. But I can't. I grew up with my stepdad is from Mississippi. His family is from Mississippi,
Ooh, them
South
South
So,
Side,
men.
so you
whole
Hey,
Midwest.
ain't that
let
girl
hold
got
on,
let
let
her
her
be a
cook, let her
provider.
cook. Hold on, time out. You gotta let her cook. Cause when you come from that, cause I'm from New Orleans, you hear me? You gotta let
Yeah,
her cook. When you come from that country, shit hit different, and
right.
and it
My
sounds different to the
stepdad
ear too.
is a real one, and I have a relationship with my biological father, but he was incarcerated majority of my life. He just got out of prison last year. He's only been out a year, so we've had a good relationship. But when it comes to like a father figure, my stepdad had been in my life from 12. I'm 34 now, and I just remember he was not letting us go
34.
without. I remember one year he sold his car so that me and my siblings could have school clothes. So I'm coming from the mindset of I need a man that's gonna have that hustle. He ain't gonna let us go without, and I don't want you to do nothing illegal, but you just it's in you. You gonna make sure your
You got the
household is
hustle
not
in you.
going without nothing. So if I gotta do 50-50 with somebody, I'm not gonna put it and be like I'm too good to do 50-50. If I got a
That
good
part.
man and we just and we live in California, it's expensive and I make a little bit more than him, but he's willing to meet me halfway, that's fine. But I don't want to be with somebody that's
Realistically.
Salute, Queen.
realistically.
Salute,
Yeah.
salute, Queen. Salute,
Yeah.
Queen. Cause this is my thing on the 50-50. 50-50 to me it's not financial to me. You hear me?
Mhm.
It's like if I'm working, she's cooking, she washed the clothes, she folded. Like all that's 50. It doesn't have to be a financial thing to me. Everybody takes 50-50 financially.
Yeah.
50-50 doesn't mean you pay half and I pay half. It's you
Right.
do half and I do half. We meet each other halfway. You heard me? So
Exactly.
Exactly.
I
It's a
love that answer, right?
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I love
mindset.
your answer.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just meeting me halfway, and I don't want to be. I wasn't great. I wasn't raised in a household where only the women are cooking, only the women are cleaning clothes. And my stepdad was throwing down in the kitchen. He was throwing
I can
down in the
cook. I'm a
kitchen. He
griller.
cooked a lot. He was taking care of the laundry. Like hell, if he had to do my little sister and brother here, he would do that. Like we had a very equal household where it's not traditional, where it's just a woman doing things like my stepdad do stuff. So that's something I want to adopt. My man need to know
Hmm.
how to cook too. My man might cook better than me, and that's okay. But I'm still bringing something. I'm bringing that femininity. I'm gonna be able to clean
Shoot,
and
my
cook and
daddy
do in my
like to
household.
cook.
But
My daddy
if my
love
man need
cooking.
to cook and do stuff, he need to do it too. So like 50-50 can look different, and so I like the point that you made up.
Hmm.
Yes, man. And femininity that you ladies bring is very important. Very important. That femininity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That woman. You know that shit is very important. We don't need no masculine women. We don't need no hard ass bitches. We don't want no gangster hoes. We want feminine women. All right, I got another one. I got one more. Hey, this is the balloon pop challenge. Don't get mad at me now. You hear me? We need you to
Okay.
stand up and we need you to stand up. Give us that 360. We need to see. We want to see it on camera.
Oh
I don't
my
care what you got
God.
on. I don't care what you got on. Just give us a little spin around real quick. It could be real quick. Cause we see the top half. We see you
Let me
holding
let
heavy
me
at the top.
let me see. Hold
Ooh,
on. Let me make
the
sure.
place look nice too.
So I got a
Oh,
little. I
what?
got a little
Okay,
fupa butter.
okay, okay,
Pop your shit,
okay,
Shotty.
man, okay. Baby got it. She got a cute apartment too, a little house, whatever. Okay, you got to go in zone. All right. What do you look for in a man? Come on, don't be shy. What you look like? If you could pick out your
Is this the
perfect
love
nigga, you hear me?
connection? What's going on
Don't
here?
hey, don't worry about it, Miss X. I'm gonna
Oh,
come to my
I'm worried
lair.
about it. I'm definitely
Come
worried
to my
about
Not
it.
too much
lair.
on Miss X
Come to
now.
my lair. We can come as a pair. Come on.
What do I look for in a man? You gotta
Yeah.
love the Lord. You have to be heavy on the ambition. I do want somebody that's college educated, but I understand that everybody does not go to college, so you do need to have a career. Again, I'm grew up with a man that had a hustle that made sure his family didn't go off, so that's the ambition for me. Um, I want somebody that is open minded, have a good sense of humor, that's smart, intelligent, heavy on the. I need great communication. I don't need good. I don't need lackluster. I don't need all right. You have to have great communication, and you have to have a passport. And I'm a little shallow when it comes to teeth and hairlines. Those are my two
Hello.
things.
Please trim that shit
Teeth
on
and
my
hairlines. If you
soul.
need to go bald, go
Don't smile
bald.
at me with all that goddamn crust and dust in your shit, or it's over from the gate.
But those are just some of the things off the top of my head.
I'm Chinese. I love your smile,
Ooh
nigga.
wee. I
If the
like
smile
Right.
that.
ain't right, mm-mm.
Hey, do we have any pop? Do we have any pop balloons, man? Cause I can't see the chat. Is anybody popped on her yet? Cause I wouldn't have
Listen,
popped. I wouldn't have popped yet. Is there any
Nah,
pop balloons?
I don't see no pop balloons,
none
but
yet.
I feel like they on my
I
side.
definitely
So
ain't popped
Ain't
no
no
balloon
pop
on her because
balloons.
she didn't pop one on me.
So all right, come on, son. We rolling right now. You heard me? You giving great and you giving wifey type material. I don't know if you making this shit up and you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers say
no, this
good
is
shit,
this is
you
what I
hear me? But
want. So I've been single for a
yeah,
while, and I'm not going to settle for what
why?
I don't
Why
want.
why have you been single, China? You look.
Oh,
I'm
y'all
looking
in
at the
my
screen right now.
business.
You're a beautiful girl.
Tell them. They want to
Cause you're a
know.
beautiful girl. You're a beautiful girl.
So
You educated. You got a lot going on for yourself. Why wouldn't a nigga want you? Why would you be single? It's
so
two
I
cool niggas out here.
right. So I feel
I
like in
win.
my past I have settled, but now like I'm healed. I'm in therapy. I'm not I'm not looking for somebody
I
that
like
is with
her. High
potential.
five.
I'm not looking for potential. I'm looking for somebody that's fully potential. I want you to
Fully
know, and I'm
potential. Y'all
daddy with
didn't catch
No,
that.
attention.
she didn't.
Yeah,
I
I'm
Fully
called it.
daddy
I called it.
potential.
fully potential.
I called it, Craig.
I'm
Fully
using
Okay.
that.
potential. That's a bar.
I'm definitely using
Man,
that.
I want
All
somebody.
right,
I'm
hey,
dating with intentions, and when you're dating with intentions, like I don't have any kids. I've never been married. I want to be married. I want to have a family. I want to be married first and then start my family. I would like to have that because I just feel like it's
hold
more
on, time out.
secure.
You ain't got no churn.
No
You ain't got no
kids.
churn.
You
No
can't tell
kids.
that about her apartment. She ain't got no kids. I got a
No
nice
kids.
place too,
Man,
but it might be a couple socks and shoes,
no,
a couple little
I was
Barbie
looking.
dolls laying
Hey,
around.
look, Miss X. I was looking at the titties. The titties giving
Oh
kids.
my.
I'm just
I'm a
saying the titties
goddamn
was giving
shame.
kids.
No
Welcome to Charlie
kids.
Chain.
I'm gonna pull it up so you don't get distracted.
Welcome to Charlie Chain.
Yeah, that's Charlie
No
Chang.
kids. But
Yeah.
I just feel like when you are intentional with what you're looking for in life, you can kind of like navigate through those red flags. Like you just got a relationship. Okay, well, if you just got a relationship, why are you trying to date me? I'm not a rebound. Next.
That
Oh,
part.
Yeah.
I dated somebody for a year before I made it my girlfriend. It don't take that long to know what you want. Next. So I can just kind of
Mm.
navigate a little bit better because I'm more intentional and I'm not like settling. I feel like I settled in my 20s and my 30s. I don't need to settle.
Do you
So
get
do you
mad
feel
when
like
I'm
people
you
in
got
call
the
it
high
picky?
standards?
Do you get
I
mad
don't
when
feel
people?
like I
That's what
have
I was gonna
how
ask. Like, do you get mad when people call it picky?
I I don't feel like I'm picky. Only the only thing I'm picky about, and this is my only thing, teeth and hairlines. I feel like, and this may be shallow to some people. I feel like when you are 30 plus, You work a job, you have health insurance. If your teeth is messed up, you are choosing for your teeth to be messed up.
Just brushing your teeth and hygiene
And
in general,
hygiene,
it says a lot about you as a
yes,
man.
I'm not playing about hygiene or teeth.
Okay, so
Hairline, if you balding, you need to go ahead and let it go.
LeBron James is a billionaire with a bad hairline.
He need to go to Turkey and get that. He don't even need to go to Turkey. He can go right there in LA. He choosing for his
LeBron
hairline to
got
look like
wigs.
that.
He just don't like to
So
wear
you
them
would,
because we know
so
it's a
you would,
wig.
so you would diss
He don't
LeBron
like to
until he got his
wear
hairline fixed?
Well, LeBron is married, so we can't even use him as a hypothetical. He's been with
that part.
CJ.
Yeah.
He ain't worried
I'm not a
about
Okay.
what he
side. I'm
thought.
not a side chick,
He
baby.
like, don't worry about it, bitch. I know somebody like
Yes,
it.
right. But there has been a guy that at first I was not even interested. I'm like, your hairline messed up. You got cowlicks on the side. But then I talked to him and I'm like, okay, he cool, but I would rather you either you. I'll go with you to I got my passport. We can go to Turkey and get your hairline. I'll be there to make sure you good and nurse you back to health for them days that you're gonna be down before we gotta come back to the US. Or either you need to let it go.
What do
Can
you
I
You
think
know,
ask a
about the
question?
we
new
can
Can I
have a
ask a
trend?
feeling distance.
question?
I can see it. You can see it. We can all see it.
China,
I
what
want
do
to
you
ask
think
a
about the new
question.
trend of men getting lace front like wigs and shit?
I
What do
don't
you
Why?
think
mind
about
it
men
as
doing
long
that?
as I don't mind it because if that like just like women, we want to look good and feel good with our hair done. Like you don't even gotta have a bomb outfit as long as that hair is laid. It don't matter. But the man want to feel good too. And if you don't feel like getting a hair transplant is affordable for you, but you can go to get the toupee every 2 weeks and that's more sustainable. That's fine.
The
If that's
point
what
is to
makes you look
fool
good.
us. You supposed to
Yeah.
fool them. You ain't supposed to make it
I would.
look like
I
with all
shouldn't
that
even
heavy
know. I shouldn't
stuff.
even know your lace is lifting. You should be
Period.
handling that at the barber. I should not know that. But I
As a
don't.
as
I
a
wouldn't. I wouldn't
as a
discriminate as
man.
long as it looks good and it's up to date. That's fine. But if you got the if your hairline is tipping on full leaning and I can tell it's lifting, I don't want to be with that. I don't
Straight
want
up.
to. It's
So,
it really with the
can I
teeth. Like
ask
I've been
you a question?
traumatized with teeth.
Woman
I
to
wouldn't even
woman?
say it's the teeth. It's the oral hygiene. I'm not ever gonna be feeling like I can't kiss my man because your breath. Like I'm not
Or
doing
not
that.
even a breath, girl. Like, just you can see what people have in their fucking teeth
I'm not.
that
If I see yellow plaque down
ugh,
here, and you can see it because you brush your teeth every day. You got yellow plaque down here. It's bright. I would not talk to you.
you could taste it. You should be able to taste it. You could taste
So
that shit.
my
No.
boy Aaron the plumber, I seen a
Mm.
collaboration video where he wasn't the only one that said Erica Mena had really bad breath. There's like a lot of people saying it. I haven't met her, but I think that's not a normal thing for to have a collaboration video on. Is it that like could it be true?
I've never met Erica Mena. I don't want to speculate on somebody else's experience. I don't want to talk down on another woman just to say yes. I've never met Erica Mena, so she's very beautiful. She's
She's
talented, but
hot.
I
Yeah.
cannot speak on her breath. I have not met her. I haven't smelled her breath, so I would be wrong to even just sit here and engage in that. But I mean, if that's Aaron's truth, allegedly, that's his truth. It
Allegedly.
has nothing to do with me. So I don't have an answer for that question right
That's a
now.
beautiful answer. That's a beautiful answer. That's dope.
I just barely started watching that show because I was bored, and I do follow a lot of Zeus. I like a good messy show. I ain't even gonna
Yeah.
hold your girlfriend, and so I binge watched the show, and I feel like he has a real disconnection from women, and me personally, like trying to get into this stuff. I don't really have no cross to bear when it comes to media because I'm
Mhm.
not like with you. You're like I might need to interview him. I'm gonna be careful. Me personally, I might have to battle him. So I don't really care. I feel like he has a real disconnection from women, and it's some hurt somewhere in him. He seems like a hard person to talk to.
I
You
feel
really
like
gotta know him, like know him for him to be chill. It seems like unless that's a persona that he wants to portray, he just seems like a person I really wouldn't want to engage in conversation because he's looking to embarrass,
I
and
feel
I
like he
really
has a
don't
low
like that.
tolerance for bullshit women because he didn't go off on Erica Mena until she tried to little dog him and like pat him on the face and shit. Like that's little dogging somebody. That's a like that's a grown ass man. Also, there is pop the balloons where he's really connecting and really going back and forth and really it ain't until they try to belittle him or roast him that he just has no patience for it. He just oh you're not qualified. He has a high
I see
confidence.
both
Stockton thing
sides.
almost. That's kind of becoming a Stockton thing almost. If you ask
If
me.
you feel like somebody's not qualified, then tell him. Like he has no filter.
Stockton people are
I can see
just
both sides of the perspective because everybody did see him on the pop the balloon, and I know somebody that's an alpha, one of my homeboys, and he went on pop the balloon, and I kind of just don't feel like the show is real. I feel like it is just for clicks and views, and they kind of just going on there to
I don't think
say
nobody's
stuff.
finding love on that motherfucker.
I
Nobody's
don't
getting
think people
married.
are really going on there to find love. Maybe in the beginning before it reached all the fame and stuff, but I feel like now they're just going on there just to maybe promote their own business or just to go viral
exactly.
because it's not it's not serious. And I signed up to go on Pop the Balloon for Find Love. They never reached
What?
out to me. They never reached out to me, but I really am out here seeking for love. But
Would you still
God
go
don't
on
make no
one?
mistakes, so obviously it didn't happen. But
Would you still
when it
go on
comes
one?
Probably not. I don't think I would go on there because if somebody say something negative to me, I mean anybody. I'm not a person. I can handle rejection, but on that show they're trying to put on and they're trying to be extra. So if somebody come at
Right.
me sideways, oh nigga, that's why your pants is fly is
Yeah,
hot
I don't
water.
got
Like
time
I
for
don't want
that.
to have to go and be out of character because you
Yeah.
didn't say something to me
Oh my
about
god.
because I just think that people are not real when it comes to why they're not attracted to somebody. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
popped his balloon because his pants. Girl, you if you get with somebody and you really like that person, if they're attractive, you vibing with them, baby. Let me get. I got these pair of jeans for you. I think you look so sexy in these jeans, and I want you to dress like this. If you
I could
come at
Yeah.
them in the
change
right
Yeah.
it.
way, they're going
Yeah.
to change their style. But if you
On
say, "Oh,
everything.
I popped his balloon, so I didn't like his shoes," that's stuff that could be changed. If you're just not attracted to the person, say that.
Or
Just say
some people
that.
just pop the balloon because everybody else in the room popped the balloon and they don't want to be left out. Nobody want to be original. Nobody want to stand out.
Hmm.
Like when I saw something where Drewski and the other girl jumped on the chair. I think he actually really likes her in real life because I never watched the show, but I could
Hmm.
tell from the comments that other people like them for each other. But I feel like Drewski when is like many other celebrities when they get to a certain
Yeah.
status they feel like I got to get Ruby Rose or somebody else that makes me look good, but they don't get the person that makes them feel good. So
Yeah.
love is not open to interpretation anymore. It's just all about what people think about you.
Yeah, and I
Mm.
feel like when it comes to like celebrities, some of that stuff be PR stuff. I don't
Yes.
think it'd
Right.
be like for love. It'd be because they want to be in the press, they want to be in the public eye. So I mean, I'm a real person, even though I feel like I have like some type of status. I feel like I'm a real person. I really am looking for love. I want my partner, my forever love. I want to be married. I want to have a family. And I feel like in California, it's so hard to date. If I was in Texas, y'all know I want to be in Texas. I'd be married with kids by now. So
Man, Al Bundy. Can I ask you, what do you think about Tiana Taylor and Aaron Pierre relationship, or do you not want to say?
I can speak on it. I think that they are cute together, but I do question if it's real. I do question if it is something real or if it is something that's like PR relationship. And I think that will kind of just show over time because I feel like when she was with Iman, her ex-husband, it
Mm-hmm.
was it was my man, my man, my man. And it was so
Right.
much into the relationship. And it could be maybe because it's new also. Like, when it's new, you try to keep some things private and you kind of try to keep some things like a little bit more low key. So I guess like over time, like I'll kind of have a better opinion of it. Right now, I'm just looking and seeing like Tiana deserves love. She deserves happiness. I don't know too much about Aaron Pierre because he's kind of new on
And
the
I thought
U.S.
he had a
side.
wife. Like I thought he had a
I,
wife.
I never heard
And
about the wife, so
I did. He
but
had like a wife that was not African American. And
okay.
so I was
Black
kind of
queens
caught off
forever,
guard about
snow bunnies never.
right.
You gotta meet my friend Slim Katie.
I
Hey, at first I used to think that Jay Z and Beyonce's like love was arranged. I used to think that was arranged.
They got married on my birthday too. I was like, man, don't play on my day.
I thought that that was like too perfect of a match for it to be like do she really
But
like
they did like the whole little. They did a drawing. That was the draft, the Illuminati draft couple. Like we going Jay Z and Beyonce
mm.
drafted to each other. Ooh,
But I think that there is real celebrity love though. Like
Yeah.
they be together. Some of them be together for a long time, and it sets great examples. What do you guys feel are some great examples of celebrity couples?
I'm glad you
Oh,
asked.
Tamia and Grant Hill.
Period.
They've been together for like 20 years. And I also want to say like Angela Bassett and her husband, Courtney Vance. So I feel like there are real black couples that have been together. Even
Whoever Denzel's wife is,
yes,
heaven
Samuel L.
okay.
Jackson and his wife.
Snoop.
Even Cheryl Lee Ralph and her husband. I don't know his name. I know he's a politician. I know they live separately, but they've been
I would
making
have
it
liked to
work.
see her and Sly Stallone work out. That was a cute couple to me.
Oh, I don't know.
He seemed like he really, 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 really liked her.
Gucci and Keisha, yeah. I think they've been together like at least 10
What? Nah,
years.
Keisha was just on some dude's lap, right? Or is that an old video?
That's her
No, that probably
friend.
was
That's
old.
clearly a friend.
Clearly,
He's with the LGBT T's and the Q's
I
with
don't
the
think
alphabet.
Gucci Mane and I don't think Keisha K or is cheating on him. So I don't know the photo, but
she
I
held him
feel
down
like
too hard, huh?
yeah.
Monica and C Murder for
Well,
me.
Monica got a new man.
She ain't got no choice. He down bad. If that man get out of jail right now, it's up. Everybody out. You already know.
Hey.
Come on now. If he get
Yes,
let
Sterling
out,
and Ryan, yes.
I think they would. I think she gonna jump immediately back to him. I
Ooh,
think
Omar Epps and Keisha for sure, yes. Yes.
Jesus. Yep.
Yeah, they've been together for a long time. Yeah, now Macalachi being messy.
Oh, and never mind.
That was a heat rock. Shout out to Mac and Lot
Yeah, Mac ain't
That
shit.
was a Macalachi.
and the Black and Mickey's podcast. Black and Mickey podcast is one of the dope podcasts. Like it's been a flurry of talent. It's been a flurry of new podcasters. People going into different lanes, evolving as the industry evolve. Stockton is really trying to do his big one right now. It's really growing up for real, for real.
Yeah,
Just
I
want to
remember
add that in there.
Macalachi. I remember Macalachi from when I was
Yeah.
growing up. He's always been somebody's name that's been out there doing stuff in the community. So shout out to Macalachi.
Straight up, straight up. Shout out to Macalot, and he doubled down. He's been going so crazy in the community. He's been working with like the mayor, interviewing the mayor. He interviewed Juan the diver. He's been doing more community events, bringing people together, using the Black and Mickey's podcast as a platform to expose new talent, keep people occupied during hard times with the song for song competitions. He's really creative with it, for real, for real. Shout out to Mac a lot. Well, I see you getting tired. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
No,
Them silence from mimosas at brunch got me.
bruh, we've been on this motherfucker for what 2.5 hours in this motherfucker. You pulled up with your man. You really put on for Stockton
I
today.
gave y'all a whole 360. I didn't even know that was gonna be a part of the thing.
I know, right?
It was super nice meeting you. You
Nice
have
to
a
meet you
beautiful
too.
smile and a beautiful presence. You don't seem shy. Your video was awesome. I
Thank
feel
you.
like shout out to your parents for exposing you and encouraging you and pushing you. Like you were exactly what I wanted to do for my kids because I like they could get like my family might be mad at me, but I didn't have that growing up, and it affects how you want to push forward with your a career. Who you got to teach your kids you either got to work harder or smarter, and you're an example of what it's like to work smarter through your generation, and that's what I want to do for my girls.
Thank
I
you.
love when they see me doing like they persuade me to do music. They do my makeup. They do my hair. They come up with my outfits, all that come to my lair, that video, my kids were my stylists.
Period. They did
Completely,
a
a
good
hundred
job.
percent. I have all girls, all daughters, and they come and they be like, "What you about to do, mama?" And they brag and they post, "This is our mother." Yes, my mom. Yes,
Mhm.
So I like to see what happens with the outcome. You are the outcome of when parents pour into their kids,
Thank you.
and I want to do that for them. But I'm
I
glad that
appreciate
they
that
do
so
that for
much.
me.
Yeah,
Straight
I
up.
just want people to know that there is greatness coming from Stockton. It's not always tragedy or poverty. Like, people are just working class people and trying to make better for their children. And I feel like that's just really what my mom and my stepdad did. Like, my sister, we came from we got the same mom, different dads. We came from the same household, and she has a PhD. She's a doctor. My neighbors, they're Mexican, but their son went off to college and he got a bowling scholarship. Like, we have
Damn.
greatness coming out of Stockton. You just have to kind of just it's to me, growing up, it's all about the parents. Like, the parents have to stay on the kids, because again, I had friends that I grew up with. Their family was loose. Their parents was not on them like they were on me. And not to judge anybody, but those are the same people that never left Stockton. They have regular jobs. Some of them still live in Sierra Vista. They never went anywhere. My mom was on me. If I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, I was on punishment. If my grades wasn't up to par, I was on punishment. And that got me to a 4-year college. And it took me a long time to come back to California. My parents just was on me different. And I just feel like my mom was a little bit of a helicopter carrot, but hell, it worked out. And so I appreciate her for that. But if there's anybody that's on here listening, they have any questions about like navigating colleges, HBCUs, or what colleges are best for their kids, like, I want to be a resource. I
Oh no,
want
baby, you and
people,
my daughter. You and
yeah,
my daughter.
just
We.
please tap in
My
with
daughter
me.
wants to
Like,
be an attorney, so
yes, tap in with me. Like, even if it's not Virginia State, if there's another HBCU I can refer you to, like, the one of the alums from my college, she created the Common App. I think it's about $20. You can apply to so many HBCUs for one fee instead of having to pay for application. But I want to be a research. Like, I do Black college fairs on behalf of Virginia State. Like, I want to be a resource for Stockton, like media, college. Just if you need me to come talk to your students via Zoom. Like, just I'm here to be a resource for my hometown, because
Straight up.
amen.
each one teach one.
Yeah.
That part, I
I
like
think we're gonna
her.
end it off at that. Before
Support
you
her.
go, I am gonna play one more video, and before you go, I wanna thank your motherfucking ass for pulling up to the
Of
motherfucking Crash
course.
Out podcast for a
Of
nigga. Man,
course.
stop playing. You feel me? Everybody, we got the Incredible Films merch. You know what I'm saying? We got cups, and we got what I'm saying motherfucking mouse pads, because I'm a nerd and I like to drink. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? This is the Crash Out podcast. We got China Lovelace in the building. We got Miss X in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Charlie Chain for coming on the show. Big shout outs to Mac a lot. Big shout outs to King Joan. This is the Stockton industry. You feel me? And China, y'all heard it here first. She is a real Stocktonian, and she is willing to fuck around and find out. All right, we gonna fuck around and find out how far Stockton can go, and she don't slow down. You seen her interviewing everybody. You seen her rolling loud. You seen her at the R&B. She's out in LA. Every time I see her anywhere, she's working even harder than the last time I seen it. Trying to plug your podcast and your Instagram channel.
So yes, so my Instagram is always relevant TV. Always spelled regular, Relevant TV. That's the same thing for my YouTube. And then if you look on Spotify, always relevant conversations. That's my podcast. My personal page is China Like the Country _ Lovelace. If you guys DM me on either page, I will see it. I will respond. Say you from Stockton, so I could be like,
And
okay, they
I
from Stockton.
and
So
I
I can
am.
just have the message at the top and not like ignore it because sometimes people be crazy in my DMs. Because
Hey, on
I
everything.
cannot trust everybody on the shade room. So
And
don't
if you
come to me
watching
with
it
that bullshit.
and you ain't from Stockton, because I got people from all over that be checking out my podcast. If you ain't from Stockton, don't be lying either, because we gonna know.
But I mean, if
Brodesky.
it's not something Stockton related, on my Always Relevant TV page, like you can always send me an email. Click the email. Even on my China Lovelace page, you can always send me an email, and I can see that because sometimes like it takes me a while to see the DMs on the request side. But yeah, like if you have questions about navigating college, media industry stuff, like as long as you come into me with something like say hello first, hey, introduce yourself. Don't be just like asking me to do something and I don't even know who you are. Just come with me
Straight up.
respectfully, and I try to look out for my hometown for sure. I'm
That's what
not
the fuck I'm
crazy.
talking about. Hey, connecting the dots. This is incredible. This has been a Crash Out podcast. I'm gonna end it off on this note. This is incredible, featuring Bread Rolling, filmed in Stockton, California.
Hey.
I edited this video too. This motherfucker go crazy.
Okay.
My time been stolen. Okay, I'm rolling. Ain't nobody controlling. Controller. Nobody can expose him. Okay, he golden. Okay, he chosen. Heart so cold off this
Now, why they
champagne.
asked me to come to the video
Nobody
shoot?
get closer. They say love is hopeless. I had to refocus.
Could have pulled that.
Back to
Next
the
one
money.
though is good.
You can see the
Let me
views from
know.
the sideline.
You more than welcome to come to any video I'm shooting. This one was fun though. It was fun.
I'm
It
coping.
was fun.
It
Every
was
time I pull
fun.
her, she open. Like it's stolen. Can I hit it from the back to the morning? Then I nut it in her mouth with no warning.
Baby, can I slide through clutch like a stick shift? Gave her so much dick, it's ridiculous. Sex game, nosebleed seats is upper level, so they can never dig this deep. I broke the shovel. Players like us only happen once a millennium. We just took the cards life gave and started dealing them. It's like we poison niggas' IVs, the drip killing them. It's basic bitch vibes in your eyes, I ain't feeling them. Name ain't Randy, but bitch, I live a savage life. Die 1,000 times before I ever live an average life. Penitentiary chances, shopping for a lavish life. Stacking Rick Franklin's all day, now she glad it's night. Ay, it's summertime every day when your bag is right. Ay, every time it rains, I just catch a flight. Ay, you gon' let an entrepreneur smash a night. This dick so good, she'll fiend for it in the afterlife. Feeling like my time's been stolen.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Hey.
Ain't nobody control
I
him.
like the chant.
Control him. Nobody can expose him. Okay, he golden. Okay, he chosen.
Beautiful.
I like
Stockton
that one.
vibes. Stockton vibes.
Y'all
This
Stockton in Stockton?
yeah. My brother Rich, shout out to my brother Rich fan. He had a nightclub called the Cluck and Rooster. We brought Lil Kayla out here. That's when I met Stunner Man too. He always do his big one in Stockton. Rich friend Willie Collins, he do his thing. We shot that in Stockton. Stockton been lit.
Okay. Y'all putting me on to some places. I'm like, I don't know what be going on in Stockton, but last new place I went to was the Mimosa House.
It was
That motherfucker
cracking.
good though. It was cracking.
That was the last place I went to. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Straight the fuck up. Well, I guess that concludes the show. China, thank you so much. Much love. You need anything, you let us know. And thank you, 1 million for coming on the motherfucking show and crashing out on the Crash Out podcast. Miss X, thank you for pulling up to the Crash Out podcast. You know what it is. It's
Nice
your
to
boy
meet you,
Incredible.
beautiful.
It is what it is, man. Y'all go ahead, check her out. Always Relevant TV. And what's the other one for the YouTube?
That's my YouTube channel, Always Relevant TV. That's my Instagram as well. And then on Spotify, my podcast is Always Relevant Conversations.
Always Relevant Conversations. And as you can see, her conversations is always motherfucking relevant. You heard it here first.
Period.
It's your boy Incredible. We out this motherfucker. This has been an official episode of the Crash Out podcast. Let's go ahead and slap that motherfucking Crash Out song. You know, the new Crash Out theme. Shout out to my bro, Aaron the Plumber. Coming soon. Fat episode with him. Coming soon. Babs from Making the Band. Coming soon. Tokyo Tony. And many more. Stunning Man 02. DB the General. D-Lo. You know what it is. Hey, you dig? Crash out, ayy, pop your shit. Tell her out to the face, they ain't talking my shit. Crash out, 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 yeah, we spilling the tea. If you catch your ass cap and hit them with the receipts. Crash out, 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 nigga, don't be scared, don't be no punk, man. Speak up and you gon' be heard. Crash out, 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 do your big one then. We going viral, hella views, come and get some twin. Crash out, 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 crash out. You are now watching the Crash Out podcast. Incredible. Aaron the Plumber, Stockton, in a real way.